Star Report. I'm your host, Star. Welcome to the show. Folks, it is Tuesday evening, and I need to do an early research edition, okay? Two topics, and as a hors d'oeuvre, a little bit later, Tyrese says DJ Envy is lying. We'll get to that later if you want to call in with the tea or the mess, but I'm not up to speed, okay? Just want to say that early. My top story, the TikToker, okay? Somalian Rhoda Osman, if that's how you say her name, from East Africa. East Africa, okay? Accused of scamming, running some type of hoax. When this story first came out, for those of you who watch my show on a consistent basis, you heard me say that looks like some type of allergic reaction, okay? Since then, a couple of people have made videos, and salute to you guys who have done the research. There's a guy out there whose name I do need to get and give him the props because he was in contact with some type of clinic where this woman allegedly, she went to get saline withdrawn out of her face. Supposedly that was saline that she had put in her face, and when she was at this party in Texas, she then later on went into the parking lot and accused black men, of standing around watching as another black man hit her with a brick. Now, most people questioned the validity of this story, when it first happened, as I did. And again, there has now been new reports. I'm even going to say evidence that she has been scamming. Now, I'm very, very bothered by this story. I'm a man of a certain age. I have seen all sorts of scammers. I have given you all sorts of stories over the decades. And even though I don't support tribalism, I know how I am perceived in America. It does not hinder me. But I must, at this point of my journey, to try to give some type of insight and to be of assistance, more so than just being entertaining. People like this need to be stopped. Rhoda, or Rada, however you say her name, Osman. I don't necessarily believe anymore that, what's the old saying? Don't stop a hoe from getting money, something like that. I forget that old saying. I think now we need to stop people's bags or dead their hustle. That's a very old saying. I think we need to dead their hustle. And who is we? Who is we? I'm going to use some of your language this evening. Foundational Black Americans, ADOS, American descendants of slavery. You now have to do what the small hats do. You have to dead the hustles of some of these people who have no respect, no love for American black culture. Yes, American black culture. I'm not sure if anybody has reported her YouTube channel. Hopefully they reported the GoFundMe. She's done this before. I think back in 2021 or 2020, pardon me. You guys can call in. Let's have a discussion here. I want you to talk. I give you the last word, but she's done this before. I think this is the third time. I think her hustle needs to be deaded, and we may need to get her kicked off of social media. This is learned behavior. That's what I want to get across this evening. This is learned behavior to attack black men or black people. An old friend of mine, and he was a friend, Paul Mooney, used to say everybody wants to be a nigger, but nobody wants to be a nigger. Remember that? You all want to use all sorts of black slang and lingo. You want to fit in. You want to reap the benefits of the struggle of black Americans. But then you want to turn around. You want to code switch. You want to flip the script, as we used to say, and do nonsense like this. Yeah. Is she still on TikTok? Good evening, troll babies. Is she still on TikTok? We need to dead her hustle. And not just her, but others like her. if you are waving your flag of corruption from some other country, and all you focus on is black people, maybe it's time to dead your hustle. You see, this is hate speech in a sense. This is hate speech. There's no police report. I'm sorry, Deeds, are you out there? Deeds, if you are, can you help me find the name of the guy who did a great breakdown? He was in contact with, again, the person at some type of clinic. He did not say that person's name because that could have been is a violation of different HIPAA laws and things like that. But I want to acknowledge this young man, okay? So again, I'm bothered because this is learned behavior. Now, you've heard me say capitalism has no moral base, respected jokes, so on and so forth. But at the risk of dehumanizing and, just disrespecting foundational black Americans, American descendants of slavery, no. I truly think it's time to dead people's hustles. Get them off of social media. And this has nothing to do with censorship. This is not art. This is literally attacking a culture who has suffered more than anybody else on American soil. Black people. Call in, chime in. Let's talk about this lowlife, this degenerate, a PhD student from the University of Texas at Austin. And she has been defended, pardon me in case you don't know, some type of Texas Black Student Alliance stand in support of her. PhD student Rhoda Osman. It's time to dead people's hustle. I'm saying it. I'm on record saying that. My showrunner, let me say this. Last night I watched the entire game. And that's why I didn't do a show last night, aside from being exhausted from working in my garden. We'll talk about that later. Aaron Rodgers, 4 snaps. Out of here. Out of here. I don't want to make this about Aaron Rodgers right now, to be honest with you. Yes, we'll kick his back in, but I've been wanting to see the New York Jets turn it around for decades. I don't, hate the New York Jets, like I objectively, keyword objectively, hate the New York Knicks, all right? Let me say salute to Jordan Whitehead, first and foremost, for those of you who, are Jet fans. And Purvis, if you're out there, sir, I would love to hear from you this evening. Purvis is a caller. He's a donator, and he's a Jets fan. Purvis, send me an email if you're on the line so I can get you on here, okay? But anyway, Jordan Whitehead earned $250,000 in incentives in last night's game. Jordan Whitehead. Salute to this young man first and foremost, okay? He's a safety for the New York Jets. A career high of 3 interceptions, okay? Salute to him. Let me also say to those of you who are Jet fans, feel free to call in. I want to hear from you because, I don't like what they're saying right now. People are on the internet talking about Colin Kaepernick's agents reached out to the New York Jets. Fuck out of here. Fuck out of here. Zach Wilson, 24 years of age. Salute to this young man, okay? Completed 14 of 21 passes with 1 touchdown and 1 interception. The Jets won the game in overtime, 22-16. 22-16. And I want to point this out also with regards to, Aaron Rodgers out for the season. Career-ending injury. You can talk about it if you want to. Call in. Zach Wilson, NFL Draft 2021. Round 1, pick number 2. So this young man, this is not a slouch. This is not a slouch. We're going into 2024. What happened to the days of letting a quarterback develop? He was playing backup for that old bum. And I'm going to call him a bum, Aaron Rodgers, old brittle bones. Fuck out of here. You call in and talk about his career-ending tragedy, injury. I don't want to hear about Tom Brady coming to the Jets. No, let Zach Wilson ride this out. I found myself cheering for the New York Jets last night. Cheering for the New York Jets. I've seen the Jets play years ago. What was it? Ken O'Brien, Richard Todd. I want this young man to stay there, and hopefully he's ready now. Troll Babies, is Zach Wilson ready? For those of you who know football, do you know football? Old ass Drew Bledsoe. Remember him? Tom Brady got the shot. What happened? Out of here with Drew Bledsoe. I don't want to hear about Aaron Rodgers unless you want to call in, say something. There's some other news here. Hold on a second, because he has caused a real issue. Aaron Rodgers with his injury. Yes, he caused an issue. The Packers now lose their first-round pick. Ooh. From trade, as Jets QB will miss season with torn Achilles. The Packers, who traded Aaron Rodgers, they now lose their first-round pick. Fuck out of here. There's other names people are talking about. Hold on a second. Where's my highlighter? Going very slow this evening. If some of you are not interested in Zach Wilson, they're talking about Matt Ryan, Carson Wentz, Nick Foles, Colt McCoy. These are the names that they're talking about bringing in. Phillip Rivers. I want them the Jets, to give Zach Wilson the chance this season. Sink or swim, but let him, try it again. I know he didn't have the best season last year, but I'm rooting for Zach Wilson. Just want to say that earlier, right? All right. Also, coming up this evening, as I'm doing research, has anybody left Atlanta, and do you feel better? As you know, right after July the 4th, I moved back to New Jersey, which is where I'm at now, Stone Harbor. Google it if you haven't already. I've owned this home since 2004. I'm going to sell it after the holidays. It's too big for me to live in, but I'm enjoying it. And I'm eating better. I'm sleeping better. And I wake up every day and I realize, wow, I really needed to get the fuck out of Atlanta. And I have a theory. Hold on a second. I have a theory that some of the realtors in Atlanta are setting people up. I have no proof, it's alleged, but I think the realtors in Atlanta are setting people up. Anybody want to chime in on that? Huh? Oh, they know where all the celebrities live. The realtors are up in the club popping bottles, telling your business. Has anybody moved to Atlanta and within the first 6 months, you were robbed? It may have been the realtor that got a bag. Anyway, all right, sit tight on the phone. So I want to get to everything this evening. And in my community section, there's some information there. And that guy is not related to me. He's Brazilian. His name is Cavalcante, okay? My family is from North Jersey. Di Cavalcante. It's Italian. It's a very big fucking difference, but thank you for your emails, all right? Charlie, I got your donation. Thank you so much. He says, all that going into the cave BS. Motherfucker, Rogers. Yeah. Out of here. Charlie got your other donation. Okay, thank you so much. And Sir Shy, okay, you say you want to hear from Janet. Carly Russell, part 2. Hey, I appreciate Janet. Janet sends me great information during the day, okay? Let's go to area code 862 early. I'm doing research. Are you there? Good evening, 862. Where do you want to chime in?
Hi.
Hey.
Hi. Good evening, Star. This is Robin. I'm calling from Jersey. How are you?
Hey, nice to hear from you. Where do you want to start, Robin?
I would like to start with the Somalian girl.
Please,
To be
yeah.
honest with you, I'm tired. I am tired of her. I am tired of the Carly Russells. I am sick of what these kids are doing for clout. Like, is just ridiculous. And I feel like until there's consequences for their actions, they're just going to keep doing this. And I don't know what needs to be done, but it's just really disgusting and deplorable. Because it's hard to tell what is true and what's not true. Like how you do your due diligence and do your research. The same thing. Like, to be honest with you, I'm not going back because I know you hate that. But to be honest with you, the whole Carly Russell thing, when I heard it, I knew it was BS from the beginning. I was like, it doesn't sound right.
Yeah.
Where's the baby? And I really didn't look too deep into the brick girl. I'm just gonna call it a brick girl.
Yeah. It's called Brickgate.
I don't know.
It's called Brickgate.
Yeah. It really is though. And it's just like, why? Like, what is the reason? Do you need that much gratification? Are you that low? Like, do you not value yourself? Because I'm just trying to think, like, why would you do that? I grew up in an era where that was just like, you didn't do that. That was dumb. And I hate the internet sometimes, but that's neither here nor there.
Right.
Can I make a quick comment about Kyrese and DJ MD?
Yes, but hang on a second. I just want to have a conversation with you. Don't get too tired to take action. That's what I want to get across this evening, more so than anything else. Don't get too tired to take action. The urban genre, the black experience, African Americans, whatever you consider yourself to be, great people for the most part, but too forgiving, too understanding when other people's transgressions infringe upon their lives. She needs to be dealt with, and others like her, in my opinion. And people always talk about the small hats, but the small hats come together and they will dead your hustle. They will dead your bag. Yes, right?
Yeah, no, I agree with you 1,000%.
Yeah.
I feel like something needs to be done when people make false police reports, anything of that nature. Like, and I agree with you. And I am black. I'm not that forgiving.
Good.
It's absolutely under no circumstances that forgiving. If I knew what could be done, I would definitely participate and try to get on that bandwagon with consequences and actions. I think that's the problem. They're just
a petition,
and it's almost
a
like
petition against TikTok. Number one. How about we start there? A petition against TikTok to take action against them allowing her to be on their platform and to violate, black people, because she said out of her mouth, black people. That's number one. Two, some type of proposed policy for hate speech. You see, what she has done allegedly, supposedly, is hate speech towards black people. The small hats, again, are you familiar with the Talmud? The Talmud.
I'm sorry.
Are you? Okay, well, have you heard of the Torah? The Torah.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, I have.
The Talmud. The small hats are deep with how they give it up. I'm just going to say the Talmud. They don't even believe the life of a goyim is worth saving. So this is their culture, their religion, and that's why they come together.
Yeah.
So there are things.
I think.
I'm sorry. Okay. I'm sorry. Okay.
Oh no. All I was gonna say is I think foundationally as African Americans, we try to come together, and then look what happens. It's just like we just can't get on one accord for some strange reason. Either when we get too much power, there's an issue, and then we're back to square one, and then we have the quote unquote crab in a barrel mentality. I really don't know. It's just
but don't let that stop you.
Overall.
Don't let that stop you. I mean, again, in my opinion, I'm trying to be nice tonight because I'm really upset by this fucking East African. I'm bothered by the fact that she would, in today's day and time, allegedly scam people and then blame black people. You know what I'm saying? But
yeah,
go ahead.
within less than 6 months, we've had the same sort of similar thing between her and Carly Russell.
Carly
to
Russell.
get people up in an uproar. Yes, and it's just ridiculous. Now you haven't heard anything about if there were any consequences for her action. I'm quite sure there's going to be some sort of Lifetime movie. It wouldn't surprise me if she would be on do an interview sometime soon. Give it a couple of months or the top of next year. I'm predicting it. It's usually status quo, right on par for when someone does something, so egregious that they do an interview, and she's gonna go into some sort of facility or whatever the case may be. I just want this to stop, because there are actually real issues and real victims out there, but they don't get the recognition simply because of things like this.
And if I can say this, that's what makes people like yourself good-hearted people, because you're concerned about others. But the small hats don't give a fuck. The small hats will come for you, dead your hustle, and then say to you, if you do it again, we'll finish you. All right, so anyway, you wanted to talk about Tyrese and DJ Envy. Now, I'm not at this speed. I'm 59. I don't listen to the Breakfast Club, but I saw something going on with Tyrese. He's now got receipts. Supposedly, he's been flirting with DJ Envy's wife while she was in the bed at night with him. Child, what's going on? Come on.
Well, let me spill the tea for you real quick.
Come on, no, take your time. No, don't be quick.
Oh, you want me to take
Drag
my
it
time?
Drag it out. What happened?
Okay, so there was an interview that was conducted last week on the Breakfast Club. It was an hour and 42 minutes.
Okay.
And that was Tyrese's first interview in maybe 2 or 3 years.
Right.
Since he's been going through all the issues of him crying on the internet and, his outbursts and things of that nature. His first interview that he did in the interview circuit was, I want to say it was Big Boy, and that was some months ago. I did not watch that interview, but I saw it. But the headline was about saying what he's been on his apology tour.
Right.
And saying, it was the meds.
Right.
Right. That's his whole story.
Psych meds.
So he goes on the Breakfast. Exactly.
Psych
He go for sure. Yeah. He goes on the Breakfast Club and he hashes it out between Charlemagne and DJ Envy.
Okay.
Now, I'll be honest with you. I don't like DJ Envy. I think he's a prick.
Okay.
A jerk.
Okay. And
God bless his wife. She seems like a very lovely lady. But so he apologized and he said, well, what did I say that was so inappropriate? And he didn't want to say what it was, but he was like, all is good, I forgive you. Now, fast forward.
Well, hang on. Something about me and my wife had to block you. I wanted to box your mouth.
Yes.
That I saw those headlines. Yes. Continue. Come on.
Yes. He wanted to box his mouth, but it came out later because he made inappropriate passes, at his wife. And it's just like, why are you behaving this way? So I caught the interview this morning, and Gia was actually on the line. DJ Envy called her, and she said, I want to be as political as possible because he's still a person, and I know that he's going through stuff, but he was inappropriate with flirting with me while I would be in the bed with you. And DJ Envy alluded to that he received text messages some time ago from someone in Tyrese's camp saying that watch your wife because he tried to destroy my family. He tried to
hang on a second, Robert. Hang on. You're missing a part where Gia Casey admitted to conversing with Tyrese when Envy was in the bed.
Oh yes. I'm sorry. I forgot that part.
Envy.
Yes. No. She did say
hang on. When Envy was right there in the bed next to her sleeping. So So she was entertaining the bullshit. Now whether they were flirting or not, I don't know, but that's key. That's key. That this woman.
You know what?
Hang on. Just let me get this one off.
Mm-hmm.
That's key because you see, that's a violation. That's a violation. How are you texting with this nigga when I'm in the bed, talking with this nigga after hours? Go ahead.
And to be honest, I thought the same thing when she said it. She was like, "You would be right in the bed with me, like while he would be texting me, yada yada yada,"
right.
And we're going back and forth. I was thinking, I'm single now, but I've been in relationships, and it's like that would never play.
No.
After a certain time, there's a certain time and there's a certain hour.
Yeah.
I don't care if it's East Coast, West Coast time.
Right.
If I see that you're texting, I'm not necessarily going to respond to you. You get texts in the morning, not in the evening. Nothing past 8 o'clock,
right.
7 o'clock,
right.
unless
right.
it's an
right.
extreme emergency. It's just a respect thing.
Yeah. Can I say this, Robin, with all due respect, if I'm in the bed with my woman, my girl, my wife, and she's texting another nigga after 8 p.m. and it's not about money, I'm giving that bitch a ground and pound. You can quote me on that. Go ahead.
And I understand why you would do that.
Got me
so,
all the way fucked up. Go ahead.
Yeah, because it's very disrespectful. Yeah. It's extremely disrespectful. I agree with you. I thought so instantly, but
violation.
Everyone's marriage is different.
Violation.
Now
hang on a second. Hang on. So Tyrese was up on, I guess, the gram, and he's scrolling through through the receipts, the text messages, the pictures about buying an island, and Casey said something about that's absolutely beautiful. So Tyrese has produced receipts. So wrap this up. Where are we now? Are they going to do a celebrity boxing match? What's going on?
No, DJ Envy ain't doing that. Doing no celebrity boxing match. He probably just blocked again. Nothing's happening. Okay. They probably just go back and forth, very similar to him and Rick Ross. Like nothing's really gonna come of it.
Okay.
It's just a hot topic, at least in my opinion. I
appreciate you. Thank you so much for the tea. Stay in touch, all right?
You're welcome.
Thank you,
You're
Robin.
welcome.
Okay.
Have a wonderful evening.
You
all
too.
Right. Bye-bye.
Bye now. Okay. Robin with the tea. Maybe she can call in from time to time and we can do a segment called Robin with the Tea. We had Brooklyn Giggles. What happened to him? What happened to Theo? I called the nigga's government name out one time and he don't fuck with me no more? Brooklyn Giggles, did I hurt your feelings? Damn, niggas like that? Uh-oh. Here's my main nigga on the trigger. Florida Boy Jay, sit tight. I'll be right there. Sit tight. I got to go to Cash App. Okay, Charlie, thank you again for your donation. Sir Shy, he says the New York Jets are a joke. Aaron needs to retire. I don't think the New York Jets are a joke. I want to see them continue with Zach Wilson. Okay, but thank you. Hold a second. Sir Shy again. I got that one. Okay. Sir Shy says he wants to hear from Janet. Janet's always welcome to call in. Hopefully, Deeds will call in tonight and talk about new merch and some type of WWE update, okay? Okay, and Robin, thank you. I got your donation. Thank you so much. Very pretty picture, by the way, Robin. Thank you, okay? Mark, I got your donation. Are you calling in? Sit tight, Mark. Florida Boy J, my main nigga on the trigger. Where do you want to start, sir? FBJ.
Man, well, can we start on a waffle-colored Negro Captain? Can we start on that? The nigga who allegedly is about to be in the booty house.
Who's that?
Dropping soaps. I feel like this nigga once again. Now we all know Tyrese can be erratic. We all know Tyrese can.
You mean DJ Envy? DJ Envy? Okay, that's what you're talking about.
Yeah, DJ Envy, the waffle-colored Negro.
Okay.
Yeah. The one who be whining.
I'm not a Breakfast Club watcher, so I don't know all those terms. Okay, DJ Envy, go ahead, please.
Yeah, first of all, don't ever tell me you're going to box my mouth. Like, if you're going to box my mouth, let's go ahead and fight. So I feel like that was some type of homoerotic flirtation So I don't know. Like, don't tell me you're gonna box my mouth. What does that mean? What does that mean? That was sexual harassment. Number one. Number two, of Envy talked about, oh yeah, I blocked you in 2019, 2020, and Tyrese pulled up receipts where we talked, 2021, 2022. Like,
right.
you're even online capping about it.
Right.
And then for Envy to come back and go, oh, you were saying inappropriate things to my wife. I mean, have we got those receipts yet? I mean, you saying things like, oh yeah, he said if it was me, you wouldn't be going through this and that. But that's your verbal words. If we show on receipts, Star, say we need receipts. So if you show on receipts, show the receipts. If not, you capping.
Okay, well, listen, man, I appreciate the detail. With regards to the Jets, I need for you to educate me because you and I spoke yesterday with regards to Aaron Rodgers. He's out for the season.
Yep.
I do want to see the Jets win a Super Bowl. I most certainly do. I'm rooting for Zach Wilson. There's some other guys that I do want to mention. I like the energy on the Jets. Jordan Whitehead, I mentioned him earlier in case you didn't catch it. $250,000 in incentives based upon last night's game for those 3 career-high interceptions. What else do you want to say about the game last night? Or Aaron Rodgers?
Okay, so with the game last night, thank God, I'm not somebody who roots for injuries, but for Aaron Rodgers to have 9/11 conspiracies, be smoking stuff, overseas and stuff, and now he's this rejuvenated nigga. They had Hard Knocks boosting up the Jets. For him to come out there and hurt himself, for me, I was a little bit excited. I'm not going to lie, I'm a hater. I was a little bit excited. And on top of the fact that the Jets, they did win last night, but let's not act like Josh Allen didn't throw the victory away for the Bills. Now, the Jets hung around, but a 16-point game going into overtime, that's Josh Allen's second time he lost to Zach Wilson. So, obviously, the Jets do have the Bills' number of some sort. I think last night the Jets won off adrenaline. They have a very elite defense. I do like their defense. Breece Hall.
Great defense.
Great coming out that backfield.
Great defense, yeah.
Dalvin Cook. Right, Dalvin Cook's going to be on the bench for a little bit longer. And what's the name? Garrett Wilson had some amazing plays, but I don't think Zach Wilson can carry his team to the playoffs with how deep the AFC is with elite quarterback play.
All right, now hang on a second because, yes, Josh Allen accepted responsibility, his post-game interview. I watched that as well. But now, again, I like the young energy, the fire. I was rooting for the Jets after Aaron Rodgers went down on the 4th snap. Out of here. What was I jumping up and down? Yes, because as I said, he's old, his bones are brittle. He wanted to come to New York, the #1 market for endorsement deals, sponsorships, to get the bag. And I think he took less money than what Green Bay was offering him. Correct me if I'm wrong. But I was rooting for the Jets. So now why can't Zach Wilson? Why can't they give him another shot? Zach Wilson, as I said earlier, he was a #2 pick in the first round. Yes, he's no slouch.
Yeah.
Am I wrong?
Behind Jacksonville's Lord and Savior, Trevor Lawrence. Peep the hat. I see you with the hat, by the way. Salute. But, yeah, Zach Wilson, he had his time. Okay, his first year, we all understand the rookie year. But last year, he bottomed out. His own team didn't believe in him. They took him out the start lineup, put Mike White in. All the players were rocking Mike White jerseys.
Okay.
And then when he single-handedly cost them the Patriots game in Foxborough, he didn't blame himself. He didn't take any accountability. So it's going to be hard for guys to rally around him, but because they don't have any option, they can play a smooth face. Like I said, last night was a lot of adrenaline, was niggas making a way out of no way, Josh Allen using the ball 4 different times. But Zach Wilson isn't that guy. If he was that guy, they wouldn't have got Aaron Rodgers. So let's all the people.
If I can respond,
can do it.
If I can respond because you educate me on today's modern football, folks. For those of you who don't know, Florida Boy Jay educates me. I hear what you're saying, and it's a different game now. Times are different, but it can't just be like we give you 2 years. You're a rookie quarterback. He came into the Jets in 2021. You can't just throw him out. Is 5 years too long to give a guy a shot by today's standards? Is 5 years too long?
In today's NFL, it is, Star, because you have to understand
Okay.
that the college gameplay has now transitioned over to the NFL. That's why you've seen a lot more rookie quarterbacks, or second-year quarterbacks breaking out and emerging. This isn't like how it was 5, 10, 20, 15 years ago where you wanted to sit a rookie quarterback for a while, let him learn the game from the sidelines and come in. So it's a less patient level.
I believe you. Okay, so there's talks of Colin Kaepernick's agents reached out to the Jets. Tom Brady, oh my God, the list goes on and on and on. They're talking about Matt Ryan, bringing him in, Nick Foles, Colt McCoy, Phillip Rivers, Carson Wentz. What's going to happen, in your opinion, Florida Boy Jay?
I think my opinion on that is they're between a rock and a hard place. Because if you bring in a legitimate replacement or a backup, quarterback egos are fragile, so they don't want to rock Zach Wilson's confidence because the coach just said today this is Wilson's team. Mm-hmm. The best choice they can get is Carson Wentz. All the other guys are old with arthritis. Tom Brady, he doesn't want to get hit anymore. So Carson Wentz is probably the best option. And Colin Kaepernick, hell no. Get that nigga the hell away from a football, from a TV. I don't want to see that nigga no more.
Okay. If you ask me, the Cowboys should get rid of Dak Prescott and send him to the Jets.
Bro, let me tell you something. Let me tell you real quick.
8 years in Dallas. Fuck out of here. Good, finish up. And then I want to talk to you about the Somalian. Come on.
Right. How come when Tony Romo was putting up the same BS numbers and not even taking them to the playoffs, Mr. 8-8, nobody said nothing. He had Witten, T.O., Dez, DeMarco Murray.
You're right.
He had pieces, and he never did nothing as a white QB. But then black man comes and gets the bag. Overachieve. I say Dak overachieves, keeps his team with 10, 11 wins, and y'all talk crazy about him as if Tony Romo did anything.
You're right.
Judging the way y'all
you are absolutely right. But according to your logic that you just told me, 5 years is too long. This nigga's been there 8 with the Cowboys. Fuck out of here.
He proved himself to be a good enough quarterback. It's the offensive game plan. That's why they fired Kellen Moore, and he went to the Chargers, and Dak didn't throw a touchdown last game because Mike McCarthy is now calling the plays, and he had him running the ball. We don't care if you throw a touchdown today. If we win, let's get the hell out of here.
FBJ, all that sounds hot, but we're talking the Dallas Cowboys. If you can't get us the ring, fuck out of here. Hey, man, let's shift gears for a second. The Somalian, Rhoda Osman, if I'm saying her name right, Osman, accused of scamming. I'm bothered by her. Black men. I really have a problem with people from other countries who come here and they want to kick dirt on black people, quote unquote. They look down on black people, yet and still they want to be a part of black culture. I see people from different parts of the world now doing goddamn content on black culture. I see people sitting there with fucking hijabs on talking about Ice Spice. But they would never talk about corruption in their fucking countries, nor would they talk about Sharia law. So I'm bothered by this chick, and I think that there needs to be some type of alliance, if there isn't one already, to dead her hustle and get her the fuck off of social media. What say you?
I agree, but when somebody wants to manipulate and infiltrate, what do? They find a weak link.
Yeah.
So who is the weak link of the black demographic? The black American woman. That is our weak link. That is the person who allows foreigners and whoever has a victimization story to paint their own black men as perpetrators. And then when they get wrong, they still call us bullet bags and don't apologize. It's the scammer's fault, of course, but it's also the black woman's fault for always accepting the BS, the Carly Russell, this situation. We can go on about black women are 1 for 5 for believing BS, the Jussie Smollett situation. Every time we try to tell them, hey, there's some BS going on, and tell us to shut up, believe all women, and y'all done let her finesse y'all a $40,000 bag that I reported last week. I reported that a GoFundMe, and niggas was laughing. Now you got a $40K.
Right. Okay. All right. Hey, man, I appreciate you. Anything else we needed to cover? I'm sorry. Can you break down the Jets will now send the Packers a 2024 second-round pick instead of a first-round pick since Rodgers will fail to play in 65% of the Jets' offensive snaps. For those who know football, what does that mean? That the Packers are now taking the L behind this old wash nigga getting hurt for the season?
Yeah, they traded him, and conditional draft picks were a part of the trade. But the thing with conditional draft picks is it's kind of like incentive-based contracts. If you don't play up to an agreed percentage or do what we expect you to do, that number drops. You might not get that bonus. You might not that number one pick you were waiting on might drop to 2 and 3. So really, that was just a conditional draft pick, which is normal in the NFL. Most of the time when they trade coaches or quarterbacks, they have conditional draft picks based off of the win percentage of the performance.
Nice. I appreciate you, man. Anything else you want to mention or promote before you go, Florida Boy Jay?
Lastly, Perspective Facts podcast. We dropping clips every day. We're going up. We're about to go live after your show goes off star. So if anybody wants to segue themselves to Florida Boy J YouTube, go ahead and segue yourself. And Left-Handed. Me and Left-Handed has a sports show about to come on pretty soon. So we're going to go ahead and hop on that and just make sure everybody's eating and everybody's doing what they need for YouTube. So I'm going to holler at you, Star. You have a great night.
Thank you, man. Thank you. Okay. Florida Boy J tapping in. To some of the people that always seem to have an issue with, sports segments on the Star Report, I appreciate those who call in and talk sports. As you know, I let them talk. I used to be heavily into sports. I moved on. My life, I wanted to pursue other things. If you read my book and you saw the pictures and receipts, Scotch Plains, New Jersey, Troy Terrain, MVP trophy. I played with the Giants. I was a tailback, the most touchdowns in the goddamn league in one season. Troy Terrain. You can Google it. I put that information on the screen before. I know some of you hate to hear that. No, you didn't. Is there anybody from my hometown in there, from my era? Huh? Some great guys that great friends I grew up with. Jason Green, Mark Presley, Robert Royster, Kevin Evelyn. They can vouch for me. Yes, I used to be heavily into football. I gravitated away. So, with today's modern discussions, it just, it's too much trading. It's too much of a slave trade. I also saw Dr. J doing an interview. I forget the young lady's name. I think she's out of Houston, Texas. And she was talking to Dr. J, and he was talking about today's sports and the athletes and the trading. And he was, kind of saying the same thing that I say. And the female interviewer, she making all sorts of faces as if he was speaking a foreign fucking language. Yes, it's different now. It's consumer driven. Just want to say that, all right? Guys, sit down on the phones. I'm doing research. It's an early edition show here. And Skylar Saunders, folks, please check him out. Skylar's a great guy. We're going to post a new one of, one of his videos right after the show here, okay? Check him out, Skylar Saunders. And Vega Music, okay? Check him out. Tell him I sent you. Vega Music, if you want to call him, man, you have the opportunity, as you always know. Okay, Deeds on the line. Wait a minute. Deeds wants to tap in. Hey, Deeds, what's cracking?
Good evening.
Good to hear from you. You and I talk pretty much every other day, or sometimes 2 or 3 times in a day. Where do you want to start?
Right,
You want to talk about business, Star Report merch, or WWE? Deeds.
Well, the Star Report merch, of course, business first.
Okay.
We working on some new merch for the shop. There are some items posted under the rebroadcast. I post the link to the full shop after the live show, so you can check it out. The number one seller is, of course, the War on Mammies.
The War on Mammies.
We got I'm Not Your Brother. We got Karen's Must Be Stopped. Let's get him the fuck out of here. Mm-hmm. We got a few other things. We got hoodies,
Pay Attention.
T-shirts.
We've got the new Pay Attention line.
Yeah, that's coming up this week.
Okay.
The Pay Attention line, I'm going to put it up tomorrow. So maybe by the end of the day tomorrow, the Pay Attention line will be up.
Okay.
And we got troll babies. We got hats, mugs, thermos, all types of stuff. So check out the shop
Do you know what I
and
would
make a purchase.
Do you know what I would like to sell, Deeds? Slides. Is there anybody in that live chat, or does anybody have a line of slides that we can partner up with?
Right. We can work together. We can work
We
together.
can work together. We can do some type of revenue sharing deal. Oh, niggas
Right.
wear slides in the South heavy. I'm sorry.
They do it up here too. Look,
Yeah.
the guys is wearing bonnets nowadays. It's
Yeah.
crazy.
Oh, Jesus.
Slides and bonnets.
Okay.
So WWE last night's show, Monday Night Raw, was
Okay.
the last episode under Vince McMahon. WWE is now owned by Endeavor, the same company that owns UFC.
Okay.
So yeah, they're no longer McMahon owned. He signed a deal with Endeavor. He was supposed to be stepping down, but he kind of bum rushed his way back on the board to make this deal. And now Endeavor owns WWE.
Do you go to the WWE events? I used to go to those back when I worked at terrestrial radio. They always gave me tickets, and I saw a bunch of those matches. It's fun for the kids. It's exciting. You know, not my thing on a consistent basis, but I get it. Do you go to the matches?
Well, I plan on going to WrestleMania next year. It's going to be in Philadelphia.
Okay.
So, they haven't, what's crazy? They haven't had any house shows in the area since before the pandemic. It's another company, AEW. They have shows at the Prudential. I'm in New Jersey.
Right.
But we haven't had any WWE shows. They all in New York now.
The Prudential.
But I'm going to WrestleMania next year. Prudential downtown North New Jersey.
Do they still call it the Prudential Arts Center? I forget. What do they call it now?
No, you talking about NJ Pack. No, I'm not NJ Pack. NJ Pack. They got the Performing Arts Center. That's where people have the concerts at sometimes.
Gotcha.
And then you got the Prudential. That's closer to the train station.
Gotcha. Okay. So, do we need to put anything in the community section about WWE? Does that? I mean, I know that audience is very dedicated. Number 9's a huge WWE fan. Have you ever spoke to him about WWE?
No, I've never actually spoken to him before.
Number 9 is a what would you call historian when it comes to WWE. I say shit.
Yeah, I've listened. I've heard him say his stuff sometimes. I've asked you questions like, "Did you talk to Number 9 about this?" Yeah. But yeah. Okay. I don't think it's community section worthy. It's really common knowledge. It's been going on for the better part of this year anyway. So
okay.
It's just official now.
All right, great.
But make sure y'all purchase some merch. Support the machine. Purchase some merch.
Thank you, Deeds. Great to talk to you as always.
All right, have a good one.
You too. Bye now. Okay. Deeds tapping in. Folks, I am bothered by this TikToker from Somalia. She's a PhD student, and I don't care. There was a great... Oh, I forgot to ask Deeds. Deeds, did we get the name of that guy? I should have asked her. I forgot. Who did the investigative reporting on the Somalian TikToker, Rhoda Osman? We need to dead her hustle. You know who also gave a great breakdown on YouTube? Pink Book Lessons. If you guys know that platform, Pink Book Lessons. She goes hard in the paint, gives great details. She does great research as well. But if anybody knows the name of the guy who really uncovered this whole story with the TikToker Rhoda Osman, please email me. I would love to hear from you. Okay. Also, Mark. Okay, Mark, is Mark on the line? Where is Mark? 727. Mark, sit tight. You're up next. Sit tight, Mark. Okay. Nat, I got your donation. Thank you, sir, for your support as always. Nat from Michigan. Reginald, are you calling in, sir? He says, looks like Bricklady got an allergy. Yeah, that's what I said the first time the story popped up. I said, that looks like, some type of allergic reaction. But supposedly, Reginald, she injected saline into her face. She's some type of medical assistant. And that's why she had the mask over her head in the club with the same outfit on after, the whole video. Saline, but thank you for your donation, Reginald, okay? And, okay, somebody else just sent me an email, very important. Antoine, got your donation. Thank you, sir. Yes, call in. What area code are you calling from, Antoine? Thank you for your support. Mark, good evening. We're talking about the Somalian Bricklady, alleged scammer. Are you there, sir? 727.
Yes, sir. Mr. Crane, I know about the Zach Wilson thing. I know nothing about the Somalian woman.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, I'm too white for that. So, I don't think it's a bad thing. I kind of like that Zach Wilson was able to at least have some time behind Rodgers just in kind of the preseason training camp and that stuff. And I mean, he's still going to be there as a mentor. And I think he is a decent mentor. I mean, I'm a Packers fan. I'm from Wisconsin. So I've watched him with Jordan Love, and he seemed to do great with Jordan Love. And given, week one, Jordan Love played pretty well, I mean, all I can ask. So the thing with Zach Wilson, I think he'll be fine. I do think that they'll bring in some veteran, but I don't think they're bringing in a veteran to start over Zach Wilson. I think it's more so if Wilson gets hurt or he plays extremely poorly. The other thing, too, is as of yesterday, I don't know if they've activated the guy, but the only two quarterbacks on the Jets were Aaron Rodgers and Zach Wilson. The other guy was in a practice squad. I don't even know what his name is.
Right.
So they almost have to bring somebody in. So if you bring in like a Matt Ryan or something, they're going to know their role, that they're, just there to back the guy up, mentor him, get a decent payday, whatever. But I'm excited. I'm really excited.
Are you a long time Jets fan?
No, not at all. No. I'm Packers all day.
Okay.
It's I'm from Wisconsin, so it's like a religion up there.
Yeah. Clearly. The Lombardi, the Lombardi Trophy. I mean, let's
yeah, right. Yeah. But I think it's it's tragic, I guess, that Rodgers went down after 4 plays, but I think it'll work out. And I'm on board with you. I hate when they throw the rookie quarterbacks in just immediately. I've never liked it. It seemed to have worked out with Jordan Love. I remember a few years ago when Mitchell Trubisky got drafted number 2 to the Chicago Bears, and they had a guy, Mike Glennon, that they paid, and he sucked for a while, so they threw Trubisky in the fire, like week 5 or whatever, and it just didn't pan out. And I always wonder, it's like, if you would have just sat the guy for like a year or two, maybe he would have had a different career. So I'm hopeful for the Jets. Zach Wilson also, I mean, he really does have a good team that he's surrounded by. He's 24?
Yeah, he's 24.
Yeah, I mean, he's a kid, man. So I give him a chance. I'm curious to see how it goes. As bad as Josh Allen was last night, they still beat a team that I think is going to win 10, 11 games. And it's not like Zach Wilson inherited some lead or something. So he did what needed to be done. And it's definitely a team I'm interested in just seeing how things play out throughout the year.
Okay, now hang on a second. I'm not a Jet hater, even though I'm born and raised in New Jersey, and the New Jersey Giants. Yes, I don't care about the corporate office being in New York. They play in Jersey. They won in Jersey. Yep. We own them. We claim them. But I'm not a New York Jet hater. But I want to see them win the big one. It's the number one market. I mean, you can't just bring in these washed up, and Aaron Rodgers is washed. He got 1 ring. He's washed, man. And I don't care how nice he was to people with the Packers. He got you the ring once upon a time. I don't think he should have come to New York with all his horse shit about, just stuff that has nothing to do with football. I think his season, well, the season's over. I think his career is over. I want him out of there. But at the same time, Zach Wilson, I want to see him get another shot. I think sometimes that the confidence needs to be built up, and this may be his time now. He's learned from his mistakes last year. This is his time now. Do you remember how many years Tom Brady was in the league before he won the big one? Tom Brady up in New England.
I mean, it was like 2 or 3 years. I mean, like him starting, he won it like immediately.
Well, he took when he got
After
his
Bledsoe
when he got his shot.
When he got a shot. He
did
did
his
it.
shot. Pow! I forget. Yep. I forget. If you can Google, I'll wait for you. His rookie year? Correct me if I'm wrong. Anybody? He didn't see that much playing time. But was it the second year or the third year? I forget. So they believed in him. They gave him the shot. What about Dan Marino? Not to go too far back, but Marino. They gave him all the time in the world. You remember when Marino went to the Super Bowl? Was that his first year or second year?
I do not recall. I just know he never won one.
Okay, I'm going back too far. All right, but yeah, man, I want to see Zach Wilson get given the starting job this year. If they don't make it to the playoffs, at least the young man stepped up to the plate. But I definitely don't want to see Colin Kaepernick and all these other old ass washed people come in. But you have the last word. Go ahead.
If Kaepernick's agents are the ones who are reaching out,
oh God,
he's not going to be on the team. It's never going to happen. I mean, the guy's going to play football forever. I mean, I could see them getting like an older vet, but really just to be there as a backup, because they essentially like don't really have a backup right now.
Right.
And hopefully mentor him, I mean, I could see an Alex Smith doing that well, or, Carson Wentz, whatever.
Okay.
Tom Brady's not coming back, so.
I hope not. I hope not. God, no, I hope not.
Yeah, no way. He's done.
Hey, man, I got to go.
Yeah.
Thanks for the call. Thank you.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
Yep, next one.
Yes, sir.
Yep,
all right. Uh-oh, folks. Whoa. Brian Glaze Gibbs is going hard in the paint on his YouTube channel. I got nothing to do with that. Glaze from my generation is going hard in the paint on YouTube. Corey, I got nothing to do with that. Thank you for your patience. Area code 517. Are you there? Tuesday evening, 517. In 5, 4, 3, 2.
Yo, Star.
Yes, sir.
Yo, Star.
Yes.
Star.
Yes.
It's Nat from Michigan. What's good?
Hey, Nat, how are you, man? Good to hear from you.
I just sent in a donation, too.
I fuck with you heavy, Nat. How are you, man? Where do you want to start?
And I got notes. I've been on the line for about 45 minutes. I got notes.
I appreciate you. Where do you want to start, Nat? Take your time.
My first note is, Star, let's go back to your high school football career.
Okay.
That's a wild story.
Actually, hang on. You can Google Troy Terrain, Scotts Plains, New Jersey, Junior Raiders, MVP. Most valuable player. You can look at my book. You'll see the pictures. Yeah. Most touchdowns in one season. I played with the Giants. Go ahead.
I'll rock with that. I support that. My next thing, I just, what I'm saying, because I was moving. I tuned in earlier, and I just like to take a note. My next note, there was a lot of tea earlier. There's a lot of tea spilled earlier. As soon as you went live, a lot of fucking tea. Excuse my language, a lot of tea. So my first note was the Jets. Let's go back. You can rewind a couple of weeks ago, and there was a guy who's real nervous who calls the line talking about the Jets. I told y'all Aaron Rodgers ducked the NFC Central to go to out there.
Come on.
So let's get out of the line. My next note, I like the ground and pound point, the point you made there. Let me see my scribble. But yeah, besides that, man, it's all good, man. I just checked in. Sending love from the 517. That's all it is.
Hold on one second, Nat. Okay, Deeds, I got your email. What is this young man's name? Okay, is it the _fool? Is that his name, Deeds? I want to be precise so I can give this man his credit. Deeds, is his name the _fool? Let's give him all the credit. If this is the guy who broke the story with regards to the Somalian TikToker. I'm sorry, Nat, continue on. You were saying continue, Nat.
Well, I'm just saying like this. Michigan Wolverines are 2-0 in college football. With the number 2 team in the nation. The Lions just went, as I predicted, went to Kansas City Thursday night. And now this Sunday we play Seattle. Seattle Seahawks come to Detroit. And that's kind of a touchy situation because they beat us last year. Mm-hmm. And the last day of the season, they kicked a late extra and overtime field goal to knock the Detroit Lions out of the playoffs before we went to Green Bay and beat Green Bay. So Google your shit. All I'm saying is out there, this is 517, Nat from Michigan. It's Gold Blue.
I appreciate you, Nat.
And I know you went to Seattle on your little bus trip earlier last year and all that. But I'm saying the Seahawks.
Hang on, Nat. It was a road trip, and I rented an RV. The RV cost me $6 That wasn't no little bus trip. I think that's an official
respect. Yeah, forgive me. Yeah, I misspoke. Yes, sir. But listen, and I've heard you say before. You go to, but how the hell is that? You go to Seattle before you go to Detroit. I've heard you say crazy things about Detroit. But you go to Seattle before you go to Detroit? What?
Hang on. I caught the Amtrak from Atlanta through North Dakota, stopped in Chicago. I went to O-Block because I had a layover. What else? I went to, oh my goodness, through Montana. And when I got
my sister lives in Montana.
Beautiful Montana. When I got to Seattle, I spent 2 days there. I rented the RV. Then I drove all the way down through California. You know the story, but I wound up in San Diego. Great trip.
But Seattle was but listen, when you got to come to Detroit ain't bad as nobody say. It's chill. And it's better now. Let me be honest.
It's gentrified
now. It's safer.
Nat. I fuck with you, but Seattle is beautiful. I'm gonna get an apartment in Seattle in less than 6 years. Detroit is a shithole, Nat. But I'll give you the last word. Go ahead. The last word, sir.
Yo, salute, man. Support the show. Support the machine. Have a good night, everybody. Sir. Holla.
My nigga. Salute. Is there anybody out there who played football with me? Troy Terrain from Scotch Plains, New Jersey. I have some really, really great. They're like family to me. Robert Royster was a great wide receiver. Oh my goodness, a great athlete as well. Jason Green was like a great basketball player growing up. We played on the same football team. This wasn't yet high school because when I reached high school, then I moved to New York. I did 1 year or a year and a half in New Jersey, then I moved to New York. But it was like the 9th grade. The Giants. Mark Presley, a great guy. Kevin Evelyn. Yeah, I got the most valuable player trophy. Hate on that. Google it. Troy Terrain. Junior Raiders. Hold on a second, guys. I want to make sure that I'm promoting my sponsors. Alpha Villains, please check this man's platform out. Great content. He gives you not just knowledge, but he gives you points. Points with regards to males becoming men. Tell him I sent you on the screen. YouTube.com/@AlphaVillains, okay? People mad because I played football. Don't get me talking about hockey. I'll run circles around you. Craig, I got your... Okay, Craig, is this an email? What is this? Trying to talk about the Jets. I'm trying to send a donation as well. Okay, Craig, send me a screenshot after your donation, okay? I don't have friends and fuck a fan. Send the donation, then we get you on the line, okay? Tony, I got your donation. Tony, what area code? Tony Grams, whatever you killed, my nigga. I don't know you. Who's on the line here? Somebody is on hold. Oh, there he is. Purvis. the Jets fan. Purvis, thank you for your support. Thank you for holding. Are you there?
Yo, Star, what's going on, man?
Hey, man, take your time and take your time and just know this, man. I was rooting for the Jets last night.
Purvis, they like to call me in the chat.
But never mind, Purvis. Never mind the live chat. Can you hear me? Can you hear me, Purvis?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. Never mind the live chat, man. They're doing what they do. Let's you and I talk. I was rooting for the Jets last night. I was hating on Aaron Rodgers. You know this. But Zach Wilson, salute to him and others. They pulled it out, yes? Come on.
Yeah, I mean, that game was an emotional roller coaster for me. It was emotionally drained at the end of the night after that game.
Yeah.
But I got to say, it showed resiliency of the whole entire team, because if the team wasn't good,
right,
we would have got blown out.
Facts.
But the resiliency of this defense, I told you, man, this defense is good as advertised. And they kept us in the game. Held Josh Allen to 16 points, even though I think Josh Allen threw that game with, 4 turnovers. But, I feel good, even though we lost Aaron Rodgers. But to be honest, it's the next man up. We don't have anybody else.
Yeah.
Zach Wilson, he's a former first-round pick, number 2 overall. Even though people say that, his season at BYU was a flunk because it was a COVID year and all of that stuff, it's the next man up, and he got to prove it. He got to prove it right now.
Okay.
He has the arm like Rodgers, but he don't have the QB IQ like Rodgers. He's athletic.
If I can jump in, Purvis, if I can jump in, never mind Aaron Rodgers. He bit the dust. He's out of here. Fuck him. Zach Wilson, I don't know if you caught the show earlier. I broke down a lot of information about him. Born 1999. He's from Utah. And you're right, 2021 draft, round 1, pick number 2. And, I want to see him develop. I want them to give him a chance. I was rooting for Geno Smith back in the days until one of his fucking teammates broke his jaw. Do you remember that, or were you not a Jet fan then?
Yeah. Yeah, no, I was a Jets fan since I was, since 2005. I grew up in Hempstead, New York.
Right.
The Jets used to practice less than 2 miles away from where I grew up.
Nice.
So that's how I became a Jets fan. Like, I used to walk in the barbershop as a kid, and, just grown-ass, big-ass men used to come in the barbershop. Everybody used to go crazy. Like, oh, that's Jonathan Vilma. I even know who the hell Jonathan Vilma was at the time. But, yeah, my roots is from Long Island. So,
okay.
That's
Have you seen the Jets play live? Have you gone to the stadium to see them?
I've gone to Giant Stadium once. I haven't been to MetLife. When I was a kid, I went to Giant Stadium and watched them play, and they lost.
Purvis. Okay, listen, man. If you're a Jet fan, you have to find a way. Go to the games. I don't give a goddamn if you have to stand out there in the park. Hang on. Listen. If you're a Jets fan, find a way to get in. Even if you don't have a ticket, go there. Get in, stand in the park.
I used to go to the practices as a kid when I was little because they used to practice at high school.
Gotcha.
So I played catch with Chad Pennington. I met Herm Edwards when he was the coach. So I go back. I go way back on my Jets, man.
Okay. I'm gonna say it again. Salute to Jordan Whitehead, earned $250,000 in incentives, 3 interceptions, right?
In one game.
Yeah. I'm rooting for the Jets.
He owns Josh Allen's number.
I'm rooting for the Jets.
He owns Josh Allen's number, but you got to give it up to the Jets with this win, because somebody said this to me before. If Josh Allen would have went down for the Bills ain't winning that game. Yeah. So for the Jets to have the resiliency and the defense and the fight to come back and win that game after their superstar quarterback went down in 4 plays, that speak volumes. So, I feel good. I don't feel that good.
He was not a superstar. Purvis, Aaron Rodgers is a washed fucking bum. He only won one ring with the Packers. Let's slow down that superstar shit. But hey, man. So okay. So who do they play next? The Jets. Who's next on the schedule?
They play the Cowboys next.
Mm.
Yeah, Sunday night.
In Dallas?
So yep, in Dallas. So I mean, Zach Wilson.
Let's go gangrene.
Let's
go gangrene.
Yeah, the babyface Mormon is gonna have to show up. You know, so it is what it is. It's the next man up. You know, I think we have the defense to get it done with average quarterback play. Just look at the 49ers.
Okay.
It's basically the same type of build up with the team. The 49ers have a really, really good defense, and Brock Purdy, Mr. Irrelevant, was the last pick of the NFL draft. You know? So if the 49ers can do it with the same formula, then we can do it with this formula. And the reason why I'm bringing up the 49ers is because Robert Saleh, the head coach, he coached the 49ers Super Bowl team. He was the defensive coordinator back then. So there's a lot of correlation going on there. But we got this, man. I mean, I don't think we're a Super Bowl team anymore, but we're definitely still a playoff
Well,
team.
hang on, Purvis. You've got to believe. Don't say we're not a Super Bowl team. September the 17th.
I mean,
hang on, Purvis. September the 17th, the Jets play the Cowboys, okay? September the 24th, they play the Patriots. October the 1st, they play the Chiefs. October the 8th, they play the Broncos. Yeah. October the 15th, they play the Eagles. And then they play the Giants October the 29th. You've got to go to one of those games. You've got to film yourself at the stadium, punch somebody in the fucking mouth to rep the Jets. Come on, man. Come on.
Yeah. I live in Florida right now. But I'm thinking about either going to the Miami game or coming back to New York for the Jets and Giants game.
Okay.
Trying to get tickets out there for that. But
you live in Florida?
It is what it is.
You live in Florida?
Correct. I moved to Florida about years ago.
Okay. All right. I appreciate the call, man. Thank you. Thank you for your support as always, Purvis.
Yeah, no problem, man.
Yes, sir.
Go Jets.
Okay. All right. I thought he was like a hardcore Jet fan. I was gonna say when they play the Eagles, punch your Eagles fan in the mouth. Those Eagles fans are about that action. Any Eagles fans in that live chat? Folks, I'm doing an early research show here in case you're just now tuning in. Thank you for your donations via PayPal, via Cash App. Just bear with me. I want to talk about this ratchet East African alleged scammer who injected saline into her face and blaming black men. We have to dead her hustle. You have to start reporting these people. If you're not black, you don't live the life of a black person, get black people's business out your mouth. You're promoting hate speech. How dare you? Talk about your culture, Why doesn't she talk about Somalian men or Somalian women? Hold on a second. I'm about to take it there. Hold on a second. Why isn't that ratchet bitch up on social media talking about female genital mutilation in Somalia? Female genital mutilation in Somalia. Been going on for centuries. Bitch coming here talking about black men. Somebody hit me with a brick. I thought that was a tranny. I thought that was hang on a sec. Hold on a second. Hold on. Damn, Gangsta Boo making threats. She's been making threats all day. I'm in Jersey. I'm enjoying my life. My garden is coming together and she's fucking hating. Anyway, who's on the line here? Pick up 5289. Where is 5289? Hold on a second. 5289. Good evening. Area code 732. Come on. Stop it with the nonsense.
Hey, sir.
Yeah, turn that down in the background, man. Turn that down.
I'm sorry, sir. I turned it down.
What's cracking, man? What's cracking?
How you doing, man? Hey, man, I've been hearing you. Well, first of all, this is the jerk from Jersey.
Hey, what's up?
The original jerk from Jersey.
Well, sir, you took one of my old names. That was one of my old radio names, the jerk from Jersey.
Sorry.
Slow it down.
Inspiration, sorry.
Slow it down.
Sorry, you're my mentor.
Okay.
You're my mentor.
It's cracking. It's cracking.
It is good. Sorry. I hear you speaking about culture vultures, about different cultures, speaking about black politics. Well, you promote Jen from the Block.
Sir,
Can
you come to the phone? Sir, get off the speaker headset. Come to the phone. I want to hear you. You spent money.
Sir, you talk about culture vultures or people in different cultures talking about other cultures, but you promote Jen from the Block, and all she does is talk about black culture, and she's Puerto Rican.
Okay.
So I'm saying, like, how do you feel about her? Like, is that the same?
I never met her, sir.
Yeah,
I never met her, but she spends Skrilla, and she, like everybody else, she can promote on the Star Report. If you have an issue with her,
that's right.
Hang on, stay with me. Go to her page, get at her.
Yes, sir. And if you don't know what this is Bilal's cousin. I'm the one that contacted you when Bilal passed away.
Hey, what's up, man?
Khalid from Jersey.
How are you?
How you doing, man? You're my virtual mentor, man. I watch you every night. I learn from you every night.
What when I hang on, slow down, hang on, sir.
Yeah.
Slow down, because when you mention somebody who I've known since the late '70s, I want to make sure that we take the time to honor him. Bill Rose.
That's right.
Bill Rose from Plainfield, New
Bill
Jersey,
Rose.
a.k.a. Bilal, a great human
That's right.
being. He and I used to
Great guy.
chop it up in 1979. What year were you born?
I was born 92. Born 92, yeah.
Bill Rose.
Yep.
Bill Rose was one of the leaders of a gang called Fifth Ave. Do you know that? Or was that too far back?
Yep, I knew that. Yep, I knew Bill Rose when he was selling Air Force Ones from the van. Yeah.
He was a great guy. Last time I saw him, I think it was 2002 or 2003. I forget when, but great guy, man. But anyway, I
was in a bar. Yep.
Come on, sorry, come on.
No, I was in a barbershop one day, and he was in there, and he was like, "What are you listening to?" I was like, "Oh, this guy named Star. He used to be on Hot 97." He was like, "Troy Terrain?" I was like, "Yeah." He said, "Man, that's like my cousin." I was like, "Oh, yeah?" He's like, "Yeah." So that's the last time we spoke. That's why I was crazy. I was like, "Wow."
Yeah.
So when he passed away, I had to call on your show, let you know. Man.
He knew me as Troy Ali Kwan. I mean, a great guy, man. But I don't go too far back, but he and other guys from Plainfield, Crazy Crew, the guys that I ran with, Puma Crew. But anyway, so listen, man. So listen, on the block with Jen, she's good people. Go to her page, get at her, spend some Skrilla. But I speak in broad terms. I'm not, singling anybody out, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But with regards to the Somalian Brickgate, you know what I'm saying? I want her bag stopped. I want her hustle deaded. Go ahead.
That's right. So yeah, man. Keep doing what you're doing, Star. I'll watch you every night. You're like a virtual mentor. Okay. And keep doing. I wish you the best of luck.
Thank you, man. Yes, sir. Salute. Thank you.
Definitely. Yep.
Okay. Folks, it is Tuesday, and this has been a research show for the most part. Okay, trying to comb through some things here, and the Somalian, with regards to Brickgate. I don't like how her and other people, are attacking black men and using them. The GoFundMe page, 40 racks, the last time I checked, is what she, has made. I'm also talking about Aaron Rodgers. He's out of here, and rightfully so. He was washed. I'm putting respect on Zach Wilson's name and the other New York Jet players. I watched the entire game. Me and white boy Rory were on the phone. Rory's talking about respect the jokes with Aaron Rodgers, and I said, nah, man, fuck that. I want to see the Jets win the big one. I never saw Joe Namath play in person, you know. However, I did see, catch this one, Tom Seaver. I saw Tom Seaver in Shea Stadium. I was a kid. My father took me to see the Mets. You guys ever heard of Tom Seaver? So I want to see, well, that was baseball, but, you know, just, again, early New York teams. I want to see the Jets win. I do. I really do. All right. Guys, that's my email address on the screen. If you're trying to get on the line and I don't know who you are, send an email and say, Star, I'm on the line, okay? Let's go to area code 202. Good evening. Are you there? 202. Tuesday evening. Yes, no, maybe. Are you ready?
Hi, Star. Can you hear me?
Hey, who's this? Hey.
Hi, my name is Ashley.
Hey, Ashley. Thank you for calling.
Yeah, I just wanted to make a quick comment about DJ Envy.
Please, give me the tea. Give me the tea, girl.
You know, his wife called in to the show today.
Okay.
And she made some very, blanketed statements, but she wouldn't attach any dates to anything. Okay. You know, when Tyrese did his presentation, he showed some of the text messages, you know, and in addition to date ranges. She did not. And as far as I'm concerned, Star, anything a woman that faked orgasms for 10 years, anything she says is inadmissible. We can't trust her. She's a liar, just like her husband. And that's all I had to say.
No, well, stay with me. Stay with me because I'm not a Breakfast Club watcher, but, you know, I everything that goes on the internet, I try to at least, you know, get an understanding of what's going on. So Tyrese pulled out receipts, and he was bothered by Rashawn Casey, alleged scammer, saying, I wanted to box your mouth. But now, as you said, Gia Casey has made statements sometime in the past about she hasn't had orgasm in a decade. So there's issues there with the marriage. I don't give a shit. So maybe she felt that lying in the bed, texting or talking to Tyrese was justified because Envy one time was cheating with Erica Mena. Yes, no?
That's correct. But, you know, the statement about her faking orgasms, I want to say that's an excerpt from the book that she wrote. Okay. And that came out last year.
Okay.
You know, or maybe the year before. So, no, I was just associating the fact that she lied for 10 years, faked orgasm. You know, she literally committed treason against her own body. So we can't trust her. She called in a radio station pretty much trying to throw Tyrese under the bus and saying he was disrespectful. He made her feel uncomfortable, but she wouldn't be specific, you know, and then she wouldn't associate any dates. So that's what I'm saying. She's not a credible source of information. You know, she's a self-treasonist, and I don't trust him.
I'm sorry, what's your name again, dear? You're calling from 202. What's your name again?
Ashley.
Stay with me. I want to hear this tea, this mess. So now, objectively speaking, even though I had some, you know, dealings with Envy and his wife once upon a time, but I never gave them a dime, contrary to popular belief. Maybe, you know, she caught herself a lick. Maybe Envy's a mark. Maybe she gets paid by him. She lives a certain lifestyle. She knows he's a hoe-ass nigga. And maybe she was in the bed late at night with Tyrese, and Tyrese had that pussy throbbing. What do you think?
Oh, I think you're onto something, you know, and you're absolutely correct. Yeah. She did catch a lick. He's definitely a mark, you know, but I think she called in today because one of those situations. He's already been caught an L or 11 L's. It's 11 cases against him, I think. So she's like, baby, we can't, we gotta make you look credible. So I'm gonna call me, so I can, lie and mislead the people. And
call me, you hoe ass Mark, so I can try to somewhat sort of iron this shit out for you. But in reality, you're a hoe, And I don't mind you being a hoe because you pay all the bills. I get half everything, and if you ever try and leave me, you bitch ass nigga, I'll run you through the cleaners. Maybe that's what's going on.
Absolutely, because how inappropriate is it for another man to send you pictures of a car that he purchased and an island that he allegedly purchased?
Violation.
That's crazy.
Violation.
So they may have had some type of relationship going.
Well, we don't know that. Let's not assume, because
allegedly, of course.
Well, let's not even say allegedly. We don't want to, catch a lawsuit for slander, reckless disregard of the truth. We don't know. We have no knowledge. But now, But now maybe she knows what she's got. Most of the times, married people know what they got in a relationship. They know the boundaries. They know the parameters. Yes, it's 11 o'clock at night, and I'm texting Tyrese, and you ain't gonna do nothing about it, nigga. Go to sleep, roll over. You get on the show in the morning. You tell them whatever you need to tell them, but take your ass to sleep. Tyrese got this pussy throbbing. Close your mouth and close your eyes. Hello?
Allegedly.
Well, we don't know.
Allegedly.
We don't know. Right?
Yeah. No. But she definitely called in and attempted to invalidate Tyrese today and his receipts that I guess that he submitted. Or
how old are you, dear?
Posted yesterday.
How old are you?
I'm 40.
Okay.
I'm 40.
Now everything I'm saying, I'm just speculating. I'm 59. Anybody over 45 listening to the Breakfast Club, don't take their word for anything.
Absolutely not.
Yeah, that's too
old.
And
I only know about her calling in through another YouTuber that I listen to.
Well, no. You're 40, so you're fine. But anybody over 45, they should be dismissed if they listen to the Breakfast Club. I had a nigga that called me maybe 3 years ago trying to tell me something about the Breakfast Club. I said, nigga, how old are you again? He said 52. I said, man, if you don't get your goofy ass up off my phone, you're 52. The fuck you listen to Breakfast Club for? But go ahead and finish up, dear. Go ahead.
Yeah. And I used to, listen to them. I think I started listening to them probably like around 2016 when I was in Germany.
That's okay.
It was a way to, keep connected to what's going on in the States. But now it just seems the quality of the content and then their interviews, and I don't want to drag them. I didn't call in to drag them.
But okay.
I definitely don't listen. I can't really tolerate listening to them. Every now and again, if they have somebody on that I'm interested in hearing what they have to say, I'll tune in, but that's very seldom now.
I appreciate the call,
darling. Thanks for taking my call.
You have a wonderful evening. Thank you so much.
And I want to tell you, I did donate.
Thank you, baby.
Via PayPal.
God bless you. There is no God, but God bless you. Thank you so much.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Okay, all right now. You see. Folks, I'm about that Skrilla. And hang on a second. Who's this? I tried to call you. I can't get who is this? Jerry, call now. What area code? You sent in a donation. Hang on a second, guys. Folks, I'm 59. I don't know what area code you're calling from. I can't match your name. Or what area code you're calling from, Jerry? I got your donation. Thank you, sir. Hold on. Area code. Call now. I got a donation here from Carl. Yo, Star, your daughter gave me a copyright strike. Can you ask her to retract the copyright strike? Yo, listen, homie, send an email and just say, attention, Amy. I don't get involved with that shit, my nigga. She be giving niggas strikes who only got 300 subscribers. You heard me say over the years, don't use my images, that means pictures, audio or video. Or she's gonna give you a strike, nigga. What the fuck don't you understand? Send her an email. Don't be calling me during this show. Just say, Amy, this is so-and-so. Say, how can I get the strike removed? Don't say, yo, I didn't know. Nobody told me. Don't say that. Please don't say that. Because she's gonna, never mind. Just send her an email. You got the email address, my nigga. Blade got your donation. Blade says, yo, Star, fuck your MVP trophy. Blade, there are people that can concur to what I'm saying. I know this hurts to hear it. If you got my book, Blade, you see the picture right in the goddamn book. Troy Terrain, number 10, MVP, Scotch Plains Junior Raiders football. Most touchdowns scored in one season. I had some great friends. They're like family to me, and they can vouch for this. Again, Jason Green, Mark Presley, Robert Royster, Kevin Evelyn. There's a guy named Zachary. I forget his name. I just grew out of sports, man. Energy God, I got your donation. What area code are you calling from? Energy God, thank you for your support. Jamal, what area code, sir? Oh, he says, motherfuck all Africans. Damn. Hold on a second. He said, Rhoda Osman is Luke Caney's niece. Shit. Okay. Brian, who are you, sir? You're sending me an email, but there's no donation, okay? Hold on, guys. Let me go to area code 210. Thank you for your patience. Area code 210, are you there? Tuesday evening, 210.
Yeah, how you doing, Star?
Yes, sir. How are you? It's cracking.
All right, just making sure the audio good.
Yeah, man. It's cracking.
Okay.
Start.
So we can start on them Jets, or we can start on the African lady.
I want to kick the Somalians back in first. The East African. She's from out there near Egypt. They don't fuck with African Americans, right?
Yeah, I mean, some things it's done got to the point because I'm from here, my ancestors here, and all that. It's a lot of people, they don't like us. And they just do a lot of stuff. They'll slow play you, like some people in relationship. They'll slow play you, and then they'll nanny boo-boo you. She done hit people for 40 G's like that, and nobody is checking her on what she did, even from her country. Like, that's a disgrace to them. Africans got a lot of pride, as well as a lot of races. But when we stand up and have pride for what we do, we knew we didn't do nothing like that. That was out of the question. We don't hit people with bricks. Come on, bro. Stop it.
I hear you. Well.
Yeah, I didn't appreciate what she did, but I'm used to that. I'm ex-military. I've been around the world. I know people don't like us, bro.
Thank you for your service, sir, because somebody has to die for the oil and everything else that we, that we have here. I'm all for colonization, Thank you. But good, you were saying?
Yeah, I mean, it is what it is. I called it out a long time ago about what she did. I was like, no, that's some old phony stuff. Like, I can see it before it even happened. I need to start writing a book or get it time stamped. So now this dude said that. I know I'm the sports whisperer. When my people talking about the Jets and the Cowboys, no, I know what time it is, but they don't know. They not privy to information. When I sit here and watch your show, I didn't have to learn that you played sports and you was good at what you did. You have a certain understanding. Some people you just can't talk to.
Thank you, man.
They would not have an understanding on it.
Thank you for saying that.
I respect that. You didn't even have to tell that. I learned that tonight about your football stuff. Yeah. I Googled you.
You can Google it.
I did.
Did you find it?
Yeah.
Did you find it?
Yeah. Yeah, I pulled up some stuff on you. I was looking at your name. Can
you send that link to me via email, because I forgot where that stuff is. But yeah, Scotch Plains, Fanwood is where I grew up. Send me the link. Most valuable player. I won the trophy.
I'll go back in my search history. I'll email it back to you, because I've been emailing you too.
I appreciate you. Yes, sir.
I love when I talk to somebody that understands the level of sports and the competition. I don't want to get into that. I'm going to show you. I got to prove that I can beat you up because a woman run up to me. Yeah, you don't want to get into that with them. Sometimes you just got to humble yourself, be quiet.
Right.
I'm like, okay, yeah, the Jets going to win the Super Bowl this year. yeah, they're going to win it and let it go.
I hope so. Yeah.
You said you hope so. Yeah, right.
No, I know.
Come on, bro.
I hope the Jets go all the way. But if not, man, at least, that they stood up to the challenge. Aaron Rodgers was washed, man. Fuck out of here with that old bum. But go ahead, you have the last word. Go ahead.
Yeah. My homeboy, he, like I said, he a diehard Jets fan. And I still remember between like 2009, 2013, when they did that butt fumble and all that, I told him, I said, bro, you got about 15 years before you're going to be that team again. Man, I had to go back and forth with him for years. And now I was like, bro, now you lose Aaron Rodgers. Now it drastically reduces what you were going to do. I stay in Texas. I stay with Dallas Cowboys and Spurs fans.
Nice.
You better not say nothing about them. Hey, you better respect them regardless.
Right.
It is what it is.
Right. Hey, man, thank you,
I appreciate you getting me on, man.
Thank you, sir. Send me that link, please. Don't forget. Send me the link to my history, sports. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yes,
I got you.
Thank you. Yes, sir. Okay. We deal with receipts. I used to have some of those links, but one of my laptops died, and I lost a whole lot of shit on that laptop. I was heavily into sports growing up in the 70s. Motocross. I had all sorts of Can-Ams. I'm not trying to stump it, just Can-Am motorbikes, Yamaha 80s, and I had a very short hockey career. I was high-sticking people too much. But I can still ice skate, and I still love the game, But anyway, let's keep it moving here. Hey, Janet. Janet says, is the Breakfast Club lining Steve Harvey up? I don't know. I don't listen to Steve Harvey or the Breakfast Club. Could be. What's going on, Janet? I don't know. Albario got your donation. What area code are you calling in from, sir? Albario, okay. Marcy, is that Cousin Marcy? Where is Cousin Marcy? Is she on the line? Area code 909. Cousin Marcy, is that you on a Tuesday evening?
Hey, sir. Yes, It's me. How are you?
Hey, you're in California. I don't want to say what area, but on my road trip, I was in Redlands. Did I say that right, or is it Redlands? I thought it was Redlands.
No, you said it right. Redlands, whatever they want to call it.
Well,
how'd you like it?
Well, I was there for over 24 hours. I was parked in the parking lot of the Walmart there, and what I remember is they don't. You have to bring your own bags to bag your shit, right? they don't sell your bags anymore, something like that.
Really?
Something was going on because
Oh, yeah.
it was a little crazy. Redlands, California. I was there. I remember on my road trip. But great, you were saying what's cracking. Good to hear from you.
Wow. Oh, nothing. These topics. I know you want to stick to the topic. I just wanted to kick the back end on Tyrese a little bit.
Let's go.
He just, you giving a Watts a bad name. Like you pooping on my city now. Like just stop. All this back and forth and stuff, like you not rolling and conducting yourself, like, in my humblest opinion,
okay,
as a grown man, father of 2, you showing all the signs of you just so butthurt by this lady that you just got a divorce from, and then you coming with the music. But Tyrese, nobody is gonna get that divorce album off like Marvin Gaye did with Hear My Dear. It's not happening, bruh. It's not going down like that. Now, you texting another man's wife, I want all the tea on that. I don't know if you thought you was in your movie Baby Boy. I don't know what you still trying to live, but just bring it down a little bit. If you're going through something mental, please just stick to what you need to be sticking to, because it's just not a good look.
Okay.
And I like Tyrese. That's a hometown hero for me. Closer, Troll Baby's going to have a field day with this one, but Tyrese's mom and my mom used to do dope together. And I...
Wait a minute. This is alleged. I don't know you. I don't know what you're saying. I'm not trying to catch a lawsuit from Tyrese. Now, hold on. Hold on, Cousin Marcy. Hold on a second. Now, I used to work with Tyrese at MTV, 1999. He was a nice guy. We hung out together, me, him, and Buck Wild in the Bahamas during the Isle of MTV. Talented. Talented singer, no ifs, ands, or buts.
Talented.
When he came out, that whole, was it the Coca-Cola commercial on the bus? Was it Coca-Cola? What was that? I forget.
You taking me right to the next part of my story.
I
can talk about my mom all day.
Well, hang on. A genuine person. He was hosting, what was that show on VH1? Something, the hits or something. I forget what it was called. He's a great guy. Was
it MTV Jams then?
I think it may have been the Jams. Yeah. He's a nice guy. I'm not, maybe that has nothing to do with nothing, but I'm saying with regards to what I think his character is, and we hung out for well over a month. He's a genuine person. I don't think that he was trying to be malicious or nasty. DJ Envy, from what I've been hearing and from what I read, was talking crazy to him. So Tyrese just came with the receipts. As he should.
Right.
I'm talking to your wife, nigga. 1:00 in the morning. What the fuck is the problem?
Like, what is going on?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not violating, nigga. She's responding to text messages. Where you coming from talking about box me? Boxing my mouth.
But keep it G.
Bitch, nigga, I'm from Watts.
G.
Now, hang on. Let me just say this one last thing. Let me say this one last thing, then I'll give you the last word here. Salute to Tyrese, because during that interview, he kept his composure. He didn't threaten Envy. He didn't say, yo, come outside and let's shoot the fade.
Right.
He kept it professional. I'm saying Tyrese handled it the way he should have. You had the last word. Go ahead, Cousin Marcy. Go ahead.
On him, I wish him nothing but, the best, but just stick to the help that you need. Stay out these internet streets. Stay out these people's faces. Your talent will, do everything for you.
Okay.
Just stay out the way for a minute. That's where I'll end it with him.
Okay.
And before I let you go, Star, I just want to let you know I just got my merch.
Nice.
So I just opened it. I got my Troll Baby canteen.
Thank you.
It's sparkly. It's so bomb. So yeah. And I got my sweatshirt, trying to get winter ready over here. But yep, so I'm ready.
I appreciate you, Cousin Marcy.
Well, we appreciate you, Star. Have a good rest of your show.
Talk to you soon. Bye now.
All righty.
Bye now. Okay.
Bye.
Cousin Marcy tapping in. I feel like talking tonight. Hold on a second. I got to make sure I'm promoting some sponsors. Folks, if you're new to this show, you can go to troyterrain.org. That's a lot of my information there. We updated some information, okay? TroyTerrain.org. Give me a second. I want to make sure I'm promoting some other sponsors here. Sam, I Analyze. Sam, are you out there? Do you want to call in? Devious J, are you out there? Do you want to call in? Always got to take care of the sponsors, okay? That's my take. Nug, do you want to call in? Skylar Saunders, do you want to call in? Hold on, guys. I got a PayPal donations going on here from, let's see, today is the 105 Fam Star. I want to see her paying damages and arrested for attempting to incite some type of ethnic war. Hey, man, with regards to this, alleged scammer we're talking about from Somalia, Rhoda Osman, there should be some type of charge for that because you can't scream fire in a movie theater. Not with the history of black men being attacked, hung. Whatever school she goes to, maybe there should be some type of black council, if you will, that, files a lawsuit against her school. She's a PhD student. She should apologize. And again, salute to the_fool. This is the man who discovered this whole hoax. We give him all the credit, all right? Big Aki tapping in, and these tethers wondering why we're checking lineage papers now. Charge that falafel eating bitch with some years. Damn. Ches County tapping in. Never forget FBJ thought ACL and Achilles injury was the same thing. He slipped up. Don't hold that against him. Malmo says Aaron Rodgers perfectly executed an insurance scam. Oh, okay. He also says, Mount Rainier over Lake Lanier any day. I don't know about that, sir, but thank you. Mark Casey, okay? He also says the Human League got some low-key fire. They did back in the days. Anything new by them? I'm only human, flesh and blood I made. The Nigger sent a donation. Star, as a paying customer, your supermarket is overcharging people in South Jersey for plastic bags. Now that you're back in town, can you do something about it? I don't discuss my business on the microphone, sir, outside of music. But thank you so much. Niggas stay trying to snitch, right? Niggas stay trying to snitch. Area code 562. Good evening. Are you there? 562. Tuesday evening, late night. Yes, sir. Yes.
Hey, it was good. It's Tony Grams.
Hey.
Calling from Long Beach.
Hey, what's up with you, man? Good to hear from you.
Nothing, just listening to the show, tapping in on the subjects, and just like one. I want to talk about the Somali chick and that whole fraudulent everything was
Please.
Shady.
Let's go.
And it was like I watched a lot of the deep dives on her, and it's like you could see she did it in 2020. The same cheek swollen, or no, the other side swollen, more on the cheek, like under her eye.
Mm-hmm.
And same thing. Oh, he bust me in my face because I was leaving him. A whole nigga because I was leaving it. Like She did the same thing, jumped on camera, no police report.
Right.
No nothing. It just gets on camera, started a GoFundMe. Back then, got money off of GoFundMe. So it's like that is kind of like this person can keep committing what clearly looks like fraud. If it's not, whatever, but that's what it looks like if you keep doing the same get down and no one's like kind of checking it. So,
but now it's also, it's also attacking black people. You know what I'm saying? Black people, whether they're FBA, Caribbean, or what have you, that's attacking a heritage, a lineage, an easy target. But you don't hear her talking about the small hats, none of that goofy shit.
Yeah, because it'd be consequences. There would be no GoFundMe, or pages would have been taken down. She'd have no TikTok. It'd have been over.
Yeah.
So it's like
they would dead her hustle.
Even if they'd been LG,
they would dead her hustle, and she'd be back in Somalia eating fucking rice with her fingers, with flies around her head and shit. She fucking
making rock cookies and
right.
Like, but it's like that's it's like what did Busta Rhymes said? It's an old movie. What Busta Rhymes said is it's people always stick shit to niggas because when you stick shit to a nigga, it stays stuck. And it's like, that's a fact. It's like, even if it's true or not.
Did you say Busta Rhymes? I'm sorry. Who? Busta what?
But it's a line in a movie called Narc with Ray Liotta.
Oh, okay.
And a bunch of other, and it's a line he says at the end of the movie when they're like finding all the truth out, and he goes, when you stick shit to a nigga, it stays stuck. Yeah. Okay. Even if it's true or not, just all you have to do is point, and then people just gonna attack. So it's an easy target. Yeah. And then I like to just real quick get on. What's his name? Aaron Rodgers, that situation.
Yeah, out of here.
I feel like that's
I
feel like we could call that like a cracker wake-up call. Because I feel like, and I watched this my whole life, like, white people always have this, he can do it no matter what. No, if it's boxing, he can beat this champion, this black champion, this Hispanic champion that's knocked out everybody, that's earned his way. This guy, because he has hype. It's like they do it in any genre of sports, in any aspect of life. And the fact that they amped up this almost senior citizen who looks frail, fragile. Yeah. He didn't look in football shape at all. Like, you look at him and he looked like he's been doing shrooms and kicking it.
Right.
And but he could sell out the stadium and get people and start generating talk of the Jets because of who he is. And I understand that because he is a champion. I'm not taking that away from him. Yeah. But it is this, and it's just that this dude was over. It's been over. And I felt that just was his wake-up call. If you didn't even get a full 4 downs, bro, like, it was just like over. It's just that quick. And it's like I feel like that's just always like in sports, they just do that. Anything can be done and overcame if it's.
Well, sir, as my father used to say, he's white and he'll be all right. So, I can't sit here waste any more time talking about him. But I appreciate the donation and thank you for holding for so long. Thank you, man. I appreciate you. Yes, sir.
No problem.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Have a good one.
Okay, you too. Aaron Rodgers out of here for the entire season. Where is area code 804? Hold on a second. Somebody called back. You've been on hold. Is this Jerry? Jerry, I got your email. Thank you for your patience. Hey.
Star, what's going on? What's going on? I had to.
How are you, man?
Excuse me. I had to laugh a little bit when you got cousin Marky talking about Tyrese's mama and her mama was doing crack together. All I could think of.
Easy. We don't know that to be certain. We don't know that. Slow down.
I was just gonna say it's a small world. It's a small world after all. But I'm gonna cut it. I ain't gonna say nothing else. Yeah.
Go ahead.
But I wanted to talk about the African first, and then we can get to Aaron Rodgers and the Jets.
Go ahead.
I'm really sick and tired of these women, black women, or just women in general, with these false accusations and charges. Like this, it reminds me of I don't know if you know the football player Brian Banks. He was a talented football player who had an offer at UFC, but because some black mammy said that she got raped by him, he did 6 years. 6 years he lost out of his life because a black mammy said that he raped her. She raped her, or whatever. She got raped by him.
Mm-hmm.
Then in later on when he got out, the only reason why she got it out is because she fabricated a story, and then he somewhat got a chance in the NFL. But it was too late after that.
Yeah.
You in jail for 6 years, and you ain't got nothing else. Like, how can you train and get better if you in jail? So she didn't get no type of punishment or nothing like that, which I didn't understand. And it just shows to show you, like, that lady got 40,000, you said,
yeah,
and she's not being punished, and the money's not, like, this is ridiculous.
Yeah,
something needs to be taken care of. Like, I don't understand how women.
There should be a class action lawsuit against GoFundMe, if you ask me. Yeah.
Yeah, it should. I mean, this is ridiculous. I don't understand, like, why this continuously happens where there's no fault in the women that say these things and then don't get punished, and then when the women actually have this problem and something happens, nobody's gonna believe them. Like, you've been like 3 for 3 when it comes to women. Like the chick from Alabama, it was fake.
Right.
Jussie Smollett or Juicy Smollett, that was fake. And now this chick, you're like a fucking. I'm sorry, you're like a prophet. My apologies on the profanity. Now let's get to Aaron Rodgers. First of all, I'm gonna have to support my guy Florida boy Jay, but Purvis, man, karma's a B, ain't it? You said all that stuff about Florida boy Jay. Now look, you ain't got no quarterback. You ain't got no quarterback at all. And this situation reminds me of Vinny Testaverde back in '98.
Oh my God!
He had the same situation.
Yeah.
Tore his Achilles tendon. You know what happened with Keyshawn Johnson, right? When at the end, you remember the press conference?
Somewhat.
He had a hissy fit.
Somewhat. Yeah.
He ran off. He had a hissy fit and ran off. So, I mean, I don't know. I know you say you don't believe in curses, but something is going on. I don't even blame Aaron Rodgers. He's 39 years old. I blame the O-line. One of the O-lines, I forgot his name. He went to Howard.
Don't do that, sir.
I blame it.
Sir,
I blame it.
Sir. That man should have retired 2 years ago. He's got brittle bones. He's been in the mountains doing what has he been doing? Shrooms. What has he been doing in the mountains and all that?
Sleeping in the dark until he finally came to a realization.
Listen. If you sign to the Jets, you better start banging some Pharmacist 500 and drinking protein shakes. And when you hit that fucking field, you better be bout it. Get us a ring or get the fuck out of here. Go ahead, finish up.
But isn't that a steroid though? Because, I mean, you can't just put a steroid in and be Sean Merriman and get suspended for roids.
Do something other than clipping the Jets for, what was it, 50 million? 50 million. And now, know. And now look, can't finish up.
Well, all right. Well, for Zach Wilson, I think he has a shot. I mean, who knows? He can always be a Kurt Warner. You know, Kurt Warner back in the day when the Super Bowl, he got the Rams to the Super Bowl, and he wasn't originally supposed to be the starter. It was Trent Green. And you know what he got?
Facts.
An Achilles tendon. And then his coach, Dick Vermeil, was crying, saying, Kurt Angle's going to be our quarterback. And boy, look at here. He led him to the Super Bowl. So, I don't know. Zach Wilson, he may have a shot as long as you got a decent defense and you know what to do and manage the game. He possibly could get them to the AFC Championship game. Maybe not the Super Bowl, but, I mean, there's other...
Stay with me. Don't rush. Hang on. Stay with me. I want to ask you a question.
Shoot.
I hope there's no chance of Cam Newton coming back. Is he finished? Is he out of the NFL for good?
Yeah, I mean, you could say it is. I mean, Cam is like his own. He's like his own player, and I don't know if he would fit with the OC, the offensive coordinator, who had issues with Aaron Rodgers. Backed him up when Sean Payton was talking crap against him.
Okay.
But I don't know, Cam. Like, you got to understand that you can't just put anybody into that offensive coordinator.
Right. I don't want to see Cam Newton. I'm hoping, he doesn't pop up and say, I'm willing to take a backup role. Fuck out of here. Have you heard about, supposedly, I saw something on, I forget which site it is, Colin Kaepernick's agents have reached out to the Jets. Did you see that? I don't want to see that happen.
I did see it, but I don't think it's going to happen. Like, at the end of the day, when
Hell
Cap
no.
had his last year, and I'm a Niners fan, and I got to ask you a question anyway when I go to the Bay next week. But that's besides the point. When Cap had his last season, he had pretty decent numbers, but because his team was trash, which is my team, they just, said, hey, well, what about your team? The team didn't do anything.
Right.
And he had decent numbers, but at the same time, Cap was just pretty much an athletic dude. He couldn't throw a slant to save his life, but he had those legs and he had a good team. That's the only reason why we got to the Super Bowl. We should have won the Super Bowl against the Ravens, but it was a pass interference.
No, sir. I don't believe you should have won the Super Bowl, but nice try, nice try.
I thought you would support Cap. He biracial just like you, sir. Come on,
no. I mean, he had promise. Colin Kaepernick had promise, but he threw it all away, man. And with all that, standing up for against police brutality, man, what? Just play football, knock it the fuck off. But he got a bag anyway, so he's good. But hey, man, I thank you for holding. Thank you for calling back. I appreciate you.
Hey, can I ask you one question?
Is it on topic? Stay on topic.
I'll just email you, but let me get off the phone. Take care. Sir.
Email me. Thank you, sir. Yeah.
All right.
Send the email. I don't have no fans. I want to ask you this. Folks, it's not me. It's just that the audience, they want me to stay on topic. Research shows this. Stay on topic. Let's not go back into time. Whoa. Sam, I analyze. Sam from Uniondale. Good evening, sir.
What's going on, Star?
Good to hear from you. Thank you for your patience. You and I were emailing back and forth today. You are a sports guy. You're one of my sponsors. Let me get your information from my showrunner. Did you do a video earlier on Aaron Rodgers and the Jets, Sam?
I did. I did a video this afternoon on the Jets loss of Aaron Rodgers.
Okay.
This franchise. It seems that was I surprised yesterday? No, I was not. You saw this happen in '99 with Testaverde, and the thing was when they were everything was just too pristine. Everything was with the hard knocks and we're gonna go out, we're gonna do this, and for that to happen on the first series, I'm like, wow. And I think when you look at it, I think this Jets team will still compete. The defense is elite. I think they, to me, will be a top 5 defense again, possibly the number 1 defense.
Okay.
But only time will tell. And I think a lot of people are looking at the Jets to go look in other people's yard for quarterbacks. I heard you mention Cam. Kaepernick was also, I've heard that also his agent, to let Joe Douglas know that he's available.
Okay.
But I think honestly, when it comes to the quarterback, you've got a guy in Zach Wilson who, obviously he was touted as a top guy, coming out of BYU, and he is a guy who to me, he just didn't have it between the ears. He's still young. Right. He's 24 years old. And I think a guy like Nathaniel Hackett is going to want to be with a quarterback that he's familiar with. I think it's a lot of work to bring it in. It's going to take a few weeks to bring anyone in. I also thought on my video, I spoke about the possibility of maybe even a 46-year-old Tom Brady. Do they make a call? I think you have to do your due diligence.
Sam, stop. No. The Jets don't need Tom Brady. Oh, my God. And if memory serves me correctly, Tom Brady, he doesn't even have an NFL contract anymore. So that's just people talking. The Jets, in my opinion, they need to give this guy another chance. Zach Wilson and the Jets came through last night. That was that was a team that got unified after the so-called big gun went down after the fourth snap. What was it, 90 seconds? What was it? Couldn't even complete a drive.
Something like that. And he
a
didn't
ruptured,
look, he didn't look good.
A ruptured, a torn Achilles. I don't care. Out of here. You can't do the job. This is New York. We want the ring. Fuck your ideology. Fuck your philosophy. Get out of here. We got to get a ring. I'm on that type of time, man. I'm not a Jet hater. I'm the objective hater, but I want to see the Jets do good, man. Guy, you were saying?
And I think they will, Star. I think a lot of people, now, I think what we saw in the second half was I like the way the team turned it around because you saw they were all shell-shocked.
Yeah.
From the coach down on. Everybody was just like, our season is over. And the defense helped to bring them back. And then you saw Garrett Wilson. He said that in the post game that Zach Wilson came in. I see a leader, by the way, in this kid this time around. In Zach Wilson, he galvanized the guys in the locker room, and he was like, "Let's go get this." So I'm interested in. I thought he had a solid preseason, despite the fact that he was playing against second and third string.
Okay.
But I think this time around. Here's the thing. Rodgers is done for the season, but he's still going to be around the team, I believe. So I think he's still going to be able to learn from him. Eventually, maybe down the road, a few games, you'll see him, somehow involved. But I think he's going to help him, and I think he's...
Learn what? Learn what?
Well, I think the kid has to... You saw when he threw that interception, they say that Hackett got in his ear and told him, just forget about it, because the kid gets in his own way. Say what you will. The kid has legs. He can throw. It's just between the ears. And my thing is, this is his time. If he's going to do anything, it's now. And I think, and I want to see what he does. I think he's got the weapons. You've got the wide receivers. You've got the running backs. And I think they're going to tailor the offense starting this week to what he can do. It's going to be a real tall task against Dallas, but I want to see what he can do. I think he's going to be all right. And there's a lot of parity also in the
Hang on a second, Sam. What year did Brady come in and get it going and win the big one? Was that his second year? It wasn't his first year. Tom Brady. What year was that?
I want to say when he replaced Bledsoe, it might have been his first year. I think it was.
Can you double check? Can you double check? I could have sworn. Can you Google right now? I could have sworn that was Brady's second year. But Bledsoe, out of here. Brady took him to the Super Bowl.
It was just, you are right. It was the second year, 2002. It was his second year. Yeah, and again, I think everything, when you see these guys come in, the system is important, and I think with Zach Wilson, that's why I'm thinking they're not going to look outside for another quarterback. He knows the system. He's put in the months to learn the system. So let's see what he can do. And another thing I was going to say, in the AFC, a lot of teams that you would not expect lost this first week. The Chiefs, the Bengals, there's a lot of parity. So the Jets, to me, as long as that defense stays healthy, they're still going to be in the conversation. I just want to see them make the playoffs, Star. They haven't made it in 13 years, so I just want to see them make the playoffs. And then, all this Super Bowl talk, I was never, they're going to win. Make the playoffs first, and then we'll see. Whatever happens, happens.
Sam, if I can jump in for a second, I appreciate guys like yourself. You know sports. You live and you breathe sports. And for those who don't know, Sam, you used to call into what radio station in the New York Tri-State for years? You're Sam from Uniondale.
Yes, I used to call FAN and ESPN. I'm a Fantasy Phenom finalist years ago on WFAN.
And I appreciate you being a sponsor and educating me. Yeah, man, I want to see this guy be given another shot. I don't want to hear about bringing somebody else in to start over him. Give him at least 3 or 4 more games to try and get it together. You see, there's so much pressure in New York. New York's the number 1 market. New York is a hard town to get any support. You know, I don't want to see some of these washed up quarterbacks, you know, going to New York to do nothing. I would rather just root for these young guys and say, hey, you know what? Even if they don't make it to the playoffs, they came together. Aaron Rodgers was a bust, but at least they tried. That's how I would like for this season to end if they don't go all the way. But I'm hoping they go all the way. Go and finish up, Sam, please.
Yeah, I think as long as this defense stays healthy, the Jets are definitely in the conversation. And something that I did see that we didn't see last year with this Jets team is Garrett Wilson. He had Zach's back, so I don't know if that was a big deal, because remember last year Mike White was on the team and the team basically turned their back on Zach Wilson. So I think he gets an opportunity to redeem himself, and he's got the weapons to help him. So it's going to be real interesting. And I think, again, Hackett is going to be key. I want to see how the offense changes now that, you know, Rodgers is not there. You have to cater to everything that Zach Wilson can do. The kid has talent now, but let's just see if he can, you know, if he has it between the ears. And we've got 16 games to see.
Yeah. Sam, I appreciate you. And folks, I want you to go check out Sam's YouTube channel. Pardon me, right on the screen right there, youtube.com/@SamIAnalyze. Sam, thank you for calling in, man. Thank you.
Thanks, Star. Have a good night.
Yes, sir. Thank you. We're having a good discussion this evening. Marcy's Minute. Salute, Star. Envy trash, and I want him to tell the judge on the real estate cases he wants him to box his mouth. Oh, period. Slap says spamming the live chat. I don't know what's going on. Deeds, is someone spamming the live chat? Deeds, hold on a second. Let me send this to Deeds. I don't wear my contacts during the show, guys, so I don't know what they're doing in the live chat, but those are my beautiful kids. They are directors, managers, homeowners. I trust them to troll, but I don't look in there. I'm looking at Cash App, the phone system, and other things. Deeds, check your email. I don't know what's going on in the live chat. I won't give a fuck. Peace, sincere. Peace. Oh, okay, this nigga's snitching. Now, which sincere is this? Is this sincere the God who I went to Jackson with? Class of 82. Don't do it like that, sincere. Peace. Don't do it like that, fam. Nah. Listen, I'm not here to kick Bimmy's back in. Bimmy apologized to Sweet Tea. I'm going to leave it right there. Bimmy, Corey Pegues said, yo, Bimmy wants to talk. He wants to make it right. And I said, all right, I'll talk to him. Bimmy called Sweet Tea and apologized. Oh, and Sweet Tea said to say this because I don't really care about what if or somebody told. Sweet Tea said, let me not use profanity. She said, stop dick riding old drug dealers and slandering her name if you don't have paperwork. Bimmy and I had a discussion which had nothing to do with who told, whatever. I don't give a fuck about that. For further info, go to Jamel Saladin on YouTube, or his other platform, Poker Faced Society. I sent him an email earlier. I gave him the details. I'm moving on. Bimmy and I had a conversation. He was really respectful, humble. Said he was a fan, yada, yada, yada. I said, look, my nigga, you got to make a situation right, man, so we can all move on. And he did. He did. Now, as far as Brian Glaze Gibbs is concerned, folks, I don't got nothing to do with that. Anybody in the live chat know what I'm talking about? Yo, Brian Glaze Gibbs pulled out the cannon. Oh, my God. Deeds, is somebody spamming a live chat? Who? Okay, I see. I don't know what's going on. Thank you, whoever was ratting and telling. Let me go to Brian Glaze Gibbs because people keep emailing me. Hold on. Oh, my goodness. Hold on. Folks, Glaze preaches redemption. I respect that, you know? Oh, my goodness. There's a picture of Corey and Bimmy hugged up. Didn't Bimmy say recently on YouTube, after Corey joined the army, I never saw him again? Stop the cap. Oh, my God. There's a picture right there with the two of them hugged up. Oh, my God. Let's keep it pushing. Travis got your donation. Okay, Travis, are you taking shots at me, my nigga? Troy Terrain, Scotch Plains, New Jersey, MVP, Junior Raiders football. Number 10, I play with the Giants. Thank you for your donation. And where's the link? The guy was supposed to send me the link. I mean, I got that stuff saved for my documentary, but, you know. Okay, Blade. The guy's name is Cavalcante. He's Brazilian. My family is Di Cavalcante, Italian. I don't know that fucking guy, man. Thank you, Blade. Spirit, are you calling in? Spirit, where's Spirit? And where's Spirit's information for the screen? Hold on a second, guys. Let me bring a call in here. Area code 520 whilst I'm looking for Spirit's information. Are you there? Good evening. Late night. 520.
Good evening, Star. This is Jeremy from Tucson.
Hey, man. Good to hear from you. What's cracking?
Yeah, just want to add on just two brief points regarding the Jets.
Please, go ahead.
Okay, so in regards of bringing in another quarterback, I know it's not a sexy name, but I think they're going to lean towards bringing in someone who already knows the playbook. So I think they're going to bring in Brett Rippon, the backup for the Rams, because he was coached up by our offensive coordinator, Nathaniel Hackett, last year for the Broncos.
Okay.
So we'll probably bring him in. Now, for the last part, which is a bad part for the Jets, is that, in NFL, you got to suit up 53 players. Usually the NFL teams, they'll suit up 3 quarterbacks. Last night, we only suited up 2.
Right.
So now that Aaron Rodgers is gone, we'll have to suit up 3, so somebody's going to have to get cut.
Right.
So we cut our fullback and we brought him back, but we can't cut the fullback because the running back had over 100 yards and he came back from an ACL tear. So there's no way we're going to get rid of the fullback.
Okay.
And also, Star, regarding that the Somali Bricklady, if we're going to get rid of her, can you take Ilhan Omar with her?
Yeah,
we don't need neither of them.
I want to keep it on the Bricklady. I don't want to take any shots at anybody else. I want us to stay focused. I think that's learned behavior. I think that they've been showing receipts that she's done that before. I want to see something done. Seriously, I want to see her platforms investigated that this is hate speech. Yes, no? It's hate speech.
Yeah, it's hate speech. Maybe we get a couple of our hard-hitting mammies to go upside the head the real way.
No, let's not promote violence, sir. That I don't want to do. Let's not promote violence. Yeah. I'll let you finish up, though. You've been on hold for a while. I appreciate your patience. You have the last word. Go ahead.
Oh, last word, because you did mention Tom Brady, ironically, it was the Jets who injured Drew Bledsoe so Tom Brady could get the playing time. And Vinny Testaverde, you know, he put the Maloik on us last night because he was the honorary captain. Same thing that happened to him happened to Rodgers last night. Thanks, Vinny.
Yeah. Are you a longtime Jets fan?
Appreciate the call,
well,
sir.
hang on. Are you a longtime Jets
Oh,
fan?
my God. My whole life.
Really?
So it's second nature. It's nothing. I mean, they won. They beat Buffalo last night. They beat Buffalo last year. It's no big deal.
I saw Ken O'Brien play for the Jets. Do you ever see him in person?
Yeah, I've been to a few games around that time. I'm 44 years old, but hey, we could have had Dan Marino, but we signed Ken O'Brien.
Dan Marino was a bust, sir. He's a bust.
Oh, he was 10 times better than Ken O'Brien.
Not in my opinion. Duper, go deep. Choke artist. Choke artist.
I mean, he at the time he had the most touchdowns. He went to the Super Bowl. That's two more things than what Ken O'Brien did.
When did Marino go to the Super Bowl? Was it his rookie year or second year?
It was the second year. He lost to the 49ers. But if we're going to talk about Dan Marino, I want to add about Dan Marino.
Hang on. Can you Google it right now? Dan Marino went to the Super Bowl. You're saying his second year?
His second year, 84.
Troll babies, is he correct? And Spirit, are you calling in? Spirit, call in, man. Are you sure, sir? Let me just double check. Dan Marino.
Yeah, 84 was 49ers, 85 was Chicago, 86 was the Giants. I remember. Yeah, there you go.
Okay, hold on.
But real quick with Dan Marino, he never had a 1,000.
You're right, sir. You're right.
Running back in his whole career.
Dan Marino went to the Super Bowl in his second year and never went back.
84.
Yeah, he's trash.
Lost to Joe Montana.
Trash.
But also, Dan Marino, not one time in his career had a 1,000-yard running back on his team. Not one time.
Who gives a shit, sir? He had the quick release.
It was Marino. Well, John Elway got his first Super Bowl when they brought in a 1,000-yard runner. You got to have a run game.
Well, now, hang on. To be technical, John Elway didn't have the quick release like Marino, right?
Yeah, correct. Yeah. But they had an all-encompassing offense when you got somebody who could run the rock, so you're just not focused on one guy.
Okay. John Elway would rip that ball like a fucking rocket, hit you in the chest, bang, and bounce off. And they had to teach him how to slow it down because the arm was so strong. What college did he go to? Do you remember? Elway.
California. No, he went to Stanford.
Stanford, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah, but with all that arm strength, he didn't win the Super Bowl until Terrell Davis was running the rock.
You're right. Yeah. But
I'm just saying, you know,
Marino,
a balanced team. I'm a Jets fan. I can't stand Dan Marino. I got to give him some type of credit.
Yeah. Who was the other Jets quarterback? It was Ken O'Brien, Richard Todd. You ever see Richard Todd play?
Yeah, he was there right before when we had the New York Sack Exchange with Gastineau and Klecko and those guys.
Gastineau.
Oh, and Mr. Roid Rage.
Yeah, well, it's pronounced Gastineau, just to be clear. Hey, man, I appreciate you.
I guess I'm using my accent. Yeah, it's Gastineau with the U and the N. You're right, sir.
Thank you. I appreciate the call, man, and the knowledge. Thank you so much.
No problem, Star. Take it easy.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Okay. Marino, choke artist. Okay, Spirit says, Star, I'm drinking tonight. I don't think that would be a good idea. No, Spirit, that's the time to call in when you're drinking. Let's talk old school R&B. Come on, Spirit, call in, man. Now's the time. He says he's drinking too much. Hold on a second. Where is Spirit's information for my showrunner? Hold on, Spirit. I guess the Alpha Villains. Where is Spirit Smooth Tunes? Wait a minute. Guys, give me a second. I got to find something here. Spirit is supposed to be in my goddamn showrunner. Everybody hold on. Spirit, you got to call in, man. We got to. Oh, I saw Sherelle live on stage. She sounded horrible. Spirit, did you see it? Sunday, Monday, Saturday, love. I have no proof, no knowledge, but she sounded like she was bouncing back off of that powder. Is she okay? Where is Spirit? Okay, there he is. Okay, how old? Okay. YouTube.com/ Okay, I'm going to do this while I'm talking to another caller. Give me a second. PSD files. Area code 301. Thank you for your patience. Are you there? 301. Tuesday evening.
Yo, I'm here.
Yes, sir. How are you?
Hey, man. This is my first time calling. I just watched you for the first time the other day, so I don't really know much about this. This is on the topic from the other day. This is about Bimmy that got my attention. I don't know.
Okay.
If that would be cool.
Well, where you calling from, sir? Where you calling from?
I'm from Maryland.
Okay. How old are you?
I'm 30.
Okay. Bimmy apologized to Sweet Tea, so I'm moving on.
All right.
You know, but he was very respectful to me on the phone. He said he was going to do something. He did it. I'm moving on.
That's cool.
Hang on. For further details, go to well, I don't know what Brian Glaze Gibbs is doing. I don't want no parts of that. but go to Jamel Saladin or Poker Faced Society.
Okay.
Bimmy apologized, and Sweet Tea said, "You niggas better have some paperwork. Watch who the fuck you talking about." Okay, that's the update. That's the update.
Okay.
Thanks for the call, man. Thank you. Yes, sir. So, okay. Hold on. Okay, Spirit. Pardon me, Spirit. I don't know what happened. But let me make sure I have you on my screen. SPIRIT, Smooth Tunes. Spirit, tonight is the perfect time to call if you're drinking. Hold on. Okay. Let me get it on the screen here. Okay. Guys, are we done with Tyrese and DJ Envy? DJ Envy's wife is probably, talking to Tyrese, and nigga had that pussy throbbing, Oh, chocolate. Let's move on. This is all alleged. I have no knowledge. I don't give a fuck. And Devious J, you're welcome to call in as well if you want to call in and promote, okay? There's Spirit, Smooth Tunes on the screen. Pardon me. Area code 973. Good evening. 973. Are you there?
What's up, Star?
Yes, sir. How are you?
Yes, sir. How you doing? How you been, Star?
Life is great, man. What's cracking?
Absolutely. I see you talking about Tyrese over here with DJ Envy.
Yeah, now I'm not fully up to speed, but supposedly Tyrese pulled out the receipts. DJ Envy, I guess he's tight, but his wife has admitted to having conversations with Tyrese in the bed late at night when Envy was next to her sleeping. Yes? Is that what's going on?
Yeah, I heard that. Did you hear the show today? She called in.
And
then Envy.
Sir, I'm 59. Why the fuck would a 59-year-old man listen to the Breakfast Club?
Because the hater misses nothing. The hater misses nothing.
No, sir. Listen to me. Anybody over 50 listening to the Breakfast Club, run from them. But go ahead. Bring us up to speed. Go ahead.
Not a problem. Well, yeah, so Envy called his wife on the show to ask her what Tyrese was texting her about.
Okay.
And she didn't really want to get too deep into details, but she was just basically saying Tyrese was getting a little too friendly.
Yeah.
But you know how celebrities are. If you leave some meat around a celebrity, they're going to try to eat it. So, I mean, what you expect? But I respect DJ Envy for showing so much vulnerability online, though. I respect that.
Okay. How old are you, sir?
For the most part.
How old are you?
I'm about 32.
Okay.
I'm younger.
So that's your generation. That's what you listen to. I ain't mad at you, but okay. So now,
Sorry, we listen to you. What are you talking about?
I thank you. But now listen. To be objective. Do you think that there's a possibility that his wife controls things since he has been exposed for cheating with Erica Mena? And, she probably said, hey, listen, we're going to stay together. We've got these kids. You're not going to bother me if I flirt with somebody because you cheated. Maybe that's the understanding and we're just here being entertained. Yes, no?
I think he's playing cleanup with his wife, yeah, but you know what y'all be doing. I mean, what celebrities do. They make it seem like their relationship is perfect to us,
right?
But behind doors, if a man has options, what is he going to do?
Let me ask you this, sir. Now, you're what? You're 30 what? You're 30 what?
32. Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, I'm not even trying to be funny, but your generation is different. You guys move different. Do you think that DJ Envy confides in a boy? His wife appears to be, hang on. His wife appears to be, in control of things. Do you think that he cries in the arms of a boy at times?
You think he could do that without it coming out? I mean, he tries to pretend like him and Charlamagne is flirting, but I think that's just because they're pandering to that audience because the algorithms like that. But I doubt.
No, sir. I mean a young Banji boy. With hang on. Young Banji boy. He's got his hair dyed blonde. He's somewhere down in the ATL. He's got his silk wrap fingernails or whatever you call that shit. Silk wrap fingertips or something like that. And Envy goes down there on occasion. He meets the boy at the hotel, and the boy listens to him. Do you think that's plausible?
Well, he said he has a type earlier today, and it doesn't fit that description. It fits the description of Charlamagne. So he says he likes him short, dark skin, and bald.
Okay.
So, and a little older too.
Okay.
So I don't know. The little young pussy is not on his sorry for the French. Young lady boys is not on his agenda apparently.
Well, no, hang on. Stay with me. Stay with me. When I'm saying a boy, it doesn't necessarily have to be a lady boy. He could like a Banji boy. Do you know what a Banji boy is? That's a very old term.
What's a Banji boy?
Well, Google it. BANJEE. Banji boy. That came before the term homo thug. Banji. Yeah.
Banji box? Boombox? Hey, yo.
Sir.
Hey, yo.
B as in boy. ANJEE. Banji boy. Now, that's not necessarily a nigga with a wig.
The pictures I see here, could Google translate it here for me?
Yeah.
That looks a little freaky, Star. I don't think he's doing that.
Okay, I don't know. I'm just...
That's not hip-hop, Star. I don't think our generation don't really we troll the freaky stuff, but we don't actually do the freaky stuff. You feel me? So it sells online. It's good on YouTube. Like if you watch Aiden Ross, you do it a little bit too. You used to do it, but you chill back because you got respect. But yeah, it's just trolling. But nah, we don't like pussy over here, Star. I mean, lady boys or banji boys, none of that.
Okay, hang
Star,
on.
we look up to you.
Okay, hang on a second, sir. I appreciate what you're saying, but you see, the Banji Boys were pioneers. And then you had homo thugs. It's a different category. It's a different category. Just like when they're walking the ballroom floor, you have those who are serving face, those who serve realness. You know, it's deep, man. So, I don't know. But
they were doing this in the 90s?
80s. Banji Boys go back to the early 80s. So Envy may have himself a Banji boy, a confidant, you know?
Yeah. Hey, yo. Well, if he do, he's...
Someone who serves Envy boy cunt. Boy cunt.
No. Hey, yo. All right, let's go on to Aaron Rodgers, man. Hey, check this out. Aaron Rodgers.
Chaka, chaka, cha. Chaka, sorry, I gotta go. Thank you, man. Gotta go. Oh my goodness. Does Envy have a boy who serves face up in the hotel room with him? I'm walling. Give me a second, guys. Chubby got your donation. Star, the Jets should pick up Colin Kaepernick. Yeah, we spoke about that earlier. Chubby, thank you for your donation. If Colin Kaepernick can come in and back up Zach Wilson, I have no problem with that. You know, just be a backup. You're not going to start. We're not going to be playing all that, you know, taking a knee. You know, slick shit. You know, just get in line. Firestarter from Rome, New York says, Star. Firestar, listen, man, I'm past it, dog. I'm not going to keep rehashing. Bimmy, apologize. Come on, man. I don't want to sit here and talk about old drug dealing bullshit. I was there during that era. I went to Jackson. Andrew Jackson, class of 82. You guys are younger, so you're fascinated by all that shit. Oh, they was driving the Legends. They had the Dookie chains. I get it. I ain't mad at you, but come on, man. He apologized. Move on. Comedian Red Carson got your donation. Let's not forget Vinny Testaverde was on the field last night for the coin toss. Mamu says Michigan State head coach Mel Tucker got set up by Michigan State by way of a Karen. So they can give that large contract to a white coach. Possibly. You know, what do I know? Firestarter also says, I never understood how did she get hit with a brick and there was no blood. Black men get blamed for everything. Lock her up. Ooh. Lock up Carly Russell as well. Well, Carly Russell already turned herself in, but thank you. Thank you. Okay, I don't know if Spirit is calling in. Let me check my emails here. Damn, look. Blade, are you okay? Are you sipping? Damn, Blade's talking crazy about Black. But Blade, I'm not going to read that. Lying on niggas. Damn. The hell? Thank you, Slap. I got your email. Yeah, I sent that to Deeds. I can't look in the live chat when I'm doing the show. I just, you know, it's distracting. Sea Breeze Taxi got your donation. Showing love from Turks and Caicos. Hey, man, thank you. Thank you so much. Salute to you. Okay, no, good to hear from you, man. Salute. Are you calling in? He says, late getting on the show this evening. Son had a baseball game. I gained 12 subscribers, Star. Thank you so much. Hey, man, salute to you, Nogue. And salute to Janet. We had a great discussion. What night was that? 2 nights ago, Sunday. And thank you for the people who, you chimed in on the conversation. You said, yo, this was educational. But it wasn't a big, traffic video, Well, thanks anyway. Elvis the Chef Rosenberg got your donation. Hold on a second. Where is Kai? I haven't spoke to Kai in a while. Okay. I'm going to take one more phone call. Hold on a second, guys, because I forgot I want to mention something here. 917, sit tight. You're my last caller. Sit tight. Did anybody move out of Atlanta in the last 5 or 6 years? Or 7 or 8 years? I feel so much better since moving out of the Atlanta metro area. I had fun, don't get me wrong. I did so much, whilst I was living there. I've been going to Atlanta since the late 80s, back when I worked at the labels, the Jack the Rapper conventions. How can I be down? 2019, I moved down there to Woodstock, and I had a great time, but it was just time to go, Has anybody moved out of there? I feel better. I'm sleeping better. I'm eating better. I found the time to build a garden here in Stone Harbor, New Jersey. I wake up every morning, a cup of coffee, shower, sitting on the little patio smoking a cigar, watching the squirrels. They're eating the roasted nuts, the Brazilian nuts, the raw cashews. Anybody move out of Atlanta and you feel better? That place is demonic, if you ask me. It's demonic. I spoke to my uncle, one of my uncles. He's still alive. I'm going to have one of my classic cars shipped down here from Rome, New York. And I'm looking forward to it. Just driving around, just enjoying life. If not, we'll keep it pushing. Has anybody left Atlanta and you feel better about life? Your kids are doing better. Well, what a hateful place. You go to the gas station, you got to grip up. You come out of Papados, you might get carjacked. You go to Juicy Crab, you got fucking ratchet mammies. They want to brawl. You go to Publix. Disgusting. Lex Diamond's got your donation. Yo, fam, you good? Supporting the machine. I'm great, man. Thank you. Hey, Sherry, I got your donation. I don't know what's going on with Brian Glaze Gibbs. And I'm leaving that alone, but yeah, man. He's going hard in the paint. Hey, is this Nicole 917? Good evening. You're my last caller? Hey.
Nah, peace.
Peace. Who am I speaking to?
This ain't Nicole, man. This about your life.
Hey, what's up, man? How are you?
All good, man. Just wanted to chime in and say rest in peace to Aaron Rodgers.
Right.
Rest in peace to Tyrese. I wanted to say rest in peace to DJ Envy. I wanted to say rest in peace to DJ Envy's wife. I wanted to say rest in peace to the Somalian black.
Well, listen, sir, can you not bring down the vibe? We're not doing RIPs to these people. That's like a shout out. Come on, where are we going, man? You're my last caller. Where you going?
Well, I don't want to waste no time. I just want to rest in peace, everybody.
Thank you, man. I appreciate the donation.
Yeah,
Thank you.
yeah,
Sir.
likewise, man. Likewise.
Okay. Who the fuck is that R.I.P. to niggas, man? Streets got no love, my nigga. Niggas die every day, right? Let me take one more call. Who's been on the hold for a while? Good evening. Are you there? Are you ready? Area code 2.
Yeah, what's going on?
Yes, sir. How are you? It's cracking, shaking.
Hey, Star, everything you be saying, I follow it. I listen to everything you say. Envy be capping. He was capping. You can't do a press run and acknowledge Tyrese and go on a press run with your wife and then tell the world how he fixed your relationship, right?
Right.
Now, we talking about something that happened 2 years ago, maybe 2 or 3, give or take. I'm not sure, but let's say about 2 or 3.
I don't know.
But then you say you wait till he comes to the show and tell us, man, I'm ready to box because you was doing some foul stuff with my, texting my wife and this and that. But hold up. But then I'm sitting there listening to the whole thing. I'm like, okay, well, why would you do a press run then and say, because you have all the time in the world to bring this out and say something. So I'm looking at it, okay, then you bring your wife on the phone. You definitely capping because you want the attention off of you with the realtor business. So you trying to throw it on Tyrese. And not only that, let's say hypothetically, allegedly, Tyrese did do that, right? In the back of my mind, I'm sitting here thinking about, okay, let's say, like I said, hypothetically, he was doing that. You had plenty of time to reach out to that man and say something to him. But the whole time you was doing that press run and you talked about your marriage, you always was shouting Tyrese out. You always was giving him love, how he helped your marriage, this and that, right? And I think she wears the boxes and thongs in a relationship. If you sit back, she be disrespecting him. You gotta
notice I'm letting you speak, sir, because I don't know what's really going on, but I mean, if it's a trending topic, I'll give it some time. I think Tyrese exposed envy. He pulled up the receipts. Yo, I've been talking to your wife, my nigga. Talking to your wife late at night. Here's the receipts.
And not only that.
Yeah.
If you ever listen to her talk when she was doing a podcast and she was going on doing her little press run and all that.
So I would rather eat a glass sandwich than to listen to Envy and his wife's podcast. I'm sorry.
I know. But she be disrespecting. She be disrespecting him. But everybody was calling him out because she be disrespecting him.
Well,
so,
hang on a second. So let's put some respect on Tyrese's name, okay? Oh, Chocolate. He's texting and talking with Envy's wife late at night. She's up in the bed, half naked.
She was giving into that conversation. She liked it. She definitely liked it. Okay. She was giving into that conversation.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And have you ever heard? And he said that it was times that she even said it out of her own mouth that she thought it might be time for her to step out. She said it. She said, I tell anybody, if they go back to that, her, when she was on Angela E's show, when she was talking on Angela E's show, she said it was times I wanted to step out. And as far as Aaron Rodgers, man.
No, sir. Stay on Envy's wife and Tyrese. So Tyrese on the line with her 2:00 in the morning. He's asking her, as a Cali nigga does, what you wearing? She said,
she was giving it.
I'm just half dressed. And then he says,
she was giving into it.
And then he says, yo, I just popped a little Molly. Can you stick your finger in it so I can hear it? Stick your finger in it.
I'm gonna say she definitely was giving into that conversation, but I didn't understand. I said Envy had all that mouth.
Sir, slow down. We talking about a Cali nigga talking to another nigga's wife. I gotta respect it. The nigga's right there.
He was being real.
Put your finger in it, Ma. I want to hear it.
He was being real hood, dude. Hey, because you got to look at it too.
All right, sir, I got to go. You're doing a lot of talking. Thank you, man. Thank you.